Welcome back to the Bronzie Breakdown. We're going to wisp our way into the world of the LCS. We're going to walk our way through the wonky games of this weekend, see what the wins are, the woes are, what wild picks we might be able to see. So, with me here today, I got Tim, I've got Pendlehaven, and I got Daisy. We're going to make sure we get through the little details of the games, and let's get at it.
I watched absolutely nothing day 2, like instructed. I did my job.
I am proud of you of doing your homework
Well
of
played.
not
Well
doing
played.
homework.
It made me feel better about myself today, not gonna lie. A lot of Valorant this weekend. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it
That's
was
not
interesting
LCS.
catching some of the LCQ stuff. Which I was thinking.
For instance, like Shroud actually popped off on one map. It was kind of crazy to watch.
What I was thinking too is at any point in time, we can do like another recording of like other stuff.
Oh, I'm
And post it and
100%
stuff.
down to like talk about literally anything that's not LCS soon.
At any point in time, don't care when, just anything else.
Anything else that's not LCS, dude.
Well,
Holy.
setting you up with LCS so that we can get into the games because honestly,
what we
I
are
think a
here
lot
for
of the
this week.
stuff happened this weekend. Honestly, a lot of the top teams really cementing themselves, and the bottom teams, dude, I don't know what they were doing. So
Some were winning, some were losing. Some went 1-1.
Well, you have the top teams beating the shit out of each other. You got the bottom teams beating the shit out of each other, and then top teams coming and putting the boot to the lower bracket teams, which is how it's supposed to be.
yeah, you have teams going 2-0 that don't go 2-0, and you have teams that went 0-2 that haven't done that since like the first week. So
I'm actually more curious since TL went 2-0 this weekend. Does that mean that Lake's like second day curse is broken, or?
Oh no, we'll see. You can thank Immortals. I'm just saying.
So,
okay, Daisy, we're gonna give you top to bottom, and there's a little bit of a twist in this one. Okay?
We're starting with the Fog of Draft.
Yeah, we're gonna be starting with the Fog of Draft because you didn't catch any of the day 2, and obviously we've wanted to talk about some of the games, some of the standings. So
yeah.
We're gonna give you top to bottom. We're not gonna give you. I think we said no bans because
no bans on this one.
No bans.
Okay. Blue side. Gnar, Wukong, Silas. This is the fun one because you get to decide what team decided to play Neela for the first time in the LCS. And Sona.
Okay. And Sona.
Versus Gwen, Trundle, Ari, Sivir, and the cat.
My cat.
Yumi.
So now here's the problem. Whenever Yumi's in the game, Cloud9 has to get brought up. This is a problem. This is a problem for me.
Crew?
My guess, after hearing that...
Well, what are you thinking with the champions? Like,
well, with the champions, because here's the problem. I have to think about who's even willing to pick Neela. It's not TL.
That's not Lucian.
So, EG is possible, but I actually don't think it's likely. And the reason I don't think it's likely is because they usually don't play it until they have seen it. They usually aren't the ones that originate stuff right now.
I mean,
they're very slow at the moment still.
You say that, but there's a lot of bot lane champions that
sure.
just doesn't touch forever anyway.
Right. And that's true. But I just mean collectively. I don't even mean specifically in the bot lane. Like as a organization. Just as a matter of as an organization, it seems like their thought process in general. I mean, it could be maybe they saw it in the scrims a lot. That's also possible. But typically they wait.
In his defense, I will say they seem to be arguing towards the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality.
Yeah. 100%. So I would say probably not TLEG.
Okay. There's so many teams that could decide to do Neela.
CLG is the other one that I think could pull it out, but do I think that they're really going to sit Dokla on the Gnar in this composition and play that heavily towards bot lane again? Probably not. They've really prioritized top lane lately. I'm going to say that it's the C900 Thieves game.
Okay. So, congratulations on your 2 points.
Oh, great.
Now you have to
Played
decide,
what?
was it Cloud9 or was it 100 Thieves?
But there's Yumi! This is unfair!
Yep, there's a Yumi versus a Sona.
My cat is looking at me very funny, just so everyone's aware.
Fuck. Alright, could I get the draft one more time?
Yeah.
So
Gnar.
I need to picture the other side. That's all.
So blue side, Gnar, Wukong, Silas, Neela, Sona. Red side, Gwen, Trundle, Ahri, Sivir, Yumi.
I think that blue side is C9, and here's my reasoning. I don't think that Cloud9 is dumb enough to draft Trundle without there being a tank on the other side to draft it into. But if that is the case, then I feel extremely sad, and I want to cry, because I know that 100 Thieves won anyways, if that is the case.
I mean, technically, even if they're not building Gnar as a tank, Trundle's still hella good in the Mega.
I mean, he's
Mega
good in the
Gnar still
Mega,
has
but
the highest base
like they
stats
have,
in the game.
but they have Wukong. Like he's not great in this game.
Wukong gets
even
shit
if
on
he's
by
good into
Trundle,
one
too.
of them. Huh?
Yeah.
Wukong gets shit
Wukong
on
gets
by
countered by
Trundle.
Trundle.
Yes, but not in team fights. He does
No.
not.
No, not unless he subjugates him. and
Like
then-
he's like Trundle's always been really good. Like early game, like 1v1. He's insane,
I
especially
have
against
also
80
seen a
junglers.
Trundle. I also have seen a Trundle subjugate a Wukong clone. So
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
either way though, I why?
What is
I
your
don't know. It
final
seems weird.
answer?
Yeah, well, like I said, the new champion is sitting on C9, so C9 has Sona, and 100 Thieves has Yumi. It has to be, right?
Drum roll. All right, fine. Fuck you guys. We
right,
are.
I got one. You got the soundboard.
We are 50% on Fog of Draft. Good job, Daisy.
Fuck you, 100 Thieves. How do you win with that fucking?
Okay, so I also
Shit. The fuck?
as soon as Lake said it though, and you started like actually analyzing it, my head went. I would say that C9's blue side because literally the schedule actually shows you what side of the draft they're on.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
does it
was
really?
thinking. I was like, does he know
Oh man.
who's blue side, red side?
Yeah.
Does
The
he
schedule
really?
left-
Okay.
The left side's always blue.
Well, then I'll remember not to check the schedule next time too. I just want to see who won, who lost.
So
Yeah, there were like a couple games, but we decided
We just need to make sure we don't say blue side, red side.
Yeah.
True. No, we can
it's
do
fine.
that,
That
too.
was the last Fog of Draft, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just remember that for next time around. There's no blue side, red side.
There were honestly
Nobody
a
watched
couple,
Super Week. We're all going again.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, one of us is not watching day 1. Another's not watching day 2. Another's not watching day 3. The other
And
person
I
gets
won't watch
to
all of the
all
playoffs.
3,
I win.
and we still quiz them on the draft.
Shit, I get to watch all 3, and I'll still fuck that up.
That's where
Oh
you
my
stump
God.
the fourth person with an LEC draft.
There were actually quite a few drafts that I think you would have had fun trying to guess. We just were like, fuck it, let's have them figure out who pulled Neela out for the first time.
Was there any other like big surprises day 2?
Set.
Set got picked.
Sat got
Set
Whippo,
top.
right?
Whippo.
It has
Yep.
to be Whippo.
Yep. Set top. Whoopo.
Because if Set wasn't picked in 100 Thieves game, then it had to be Whippo. There's like no one else that would do it.
And he destroyed.
Oh yeah.
What do you play it into?
Gwen.
Ooh. Okay, I can definitely see it.
That game was kind of a shellacking. It was.
That game was a bloodbath.
So, but wait, shouldn't? I'm trying to think here.
Yeah.
Bloodbath would insinuate punches went both ways.
Does
It might have been better to call it a slaughter.
Wait, does wait, can Set really?
Set destroyed
Gwen?
everything.
I can see if like Gwen like really just like jumps in, but she doesn't have to, does she?
No, she has to get on top of him to do anything.
Well, no. But I'm saying she didn't like. She could just handshake the lane. Doesn't she scale harder than Set?
The issue is Set can force you to fight.
I guess how long does that speed buff last on his dash or on his charge?
He's running at them.
Well, I know, but
long enough I can tell you he can hit it, run at you. Gwen can then dash, and he will still catch her.
Okay, so he can go past. That was the question. Can he go? Yeah. Can he go long enough that the dash doesn't do anything?
Yep. Nope. Yeah. If he clicks it and she is not already made distance,
I couldn't remember how long that speed buff lasted. So if that's the case, then that's a rough lane, dude.
As an AD carry who had to figure out how to play against it in lane, I was ranged and the motherfucker could still catch me. So it goes for a while.
Like the only thing she can hope is that she repositions off the true damage. That's about it. Like even then, I don't think she wins though.
He played Set to a knife's edge. Like he would get to like 100 health and walk away with like an extra 1,000.
Was he using the Gore Drinker build?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so broken. I love that thing. Like I say broken. It's not really broken. It's just if you can play it correctly, it's like the best way to play him. I think.
Yeah. Especially when you pop Gore Drinker when you're doing your freaking haymaker and you have the huge shield and they can't kill you. And then you just get all that freaking health back.
Dude, that's crazy good. Okay, I see it.
And then you explode someone with the punch.
Yeah.
It's great. So I'm going to have to play it some more.
Holy crap. What was it like, a Wukong or something like that maybe, that he was facing? In the jungle?
Yeah, Wukong in the jungle.
Okay.
Yeah, they couldn't touch him.
Oh, God, that's rough.
Yeah, they went up there. He went up there to gank him. The jungler ended up dying.
Was he pick 5 on blue side then?
That was pick 4 blue side.
I guess it didn't matter 4 or 5 either way. But
yeah,
it was in last rotation.
Yeah, it went Azir, Gwen, Wukong, Trundle, Silver, Silas, Rakan, Set, Leona, Xayah.
So they picked the Gwen early. He knew exactly who he was facing. Who'd they ban? Because they obviously didn't. They had to ban.
They banned Olaf. They banned Gragas.
That's why you don't get bans. By the way, they banned Olaf.
Yeah, they banned Olaf. EG's bans were Kalista, Poppy, Olaf, Gragas, TK.
I mean, the ban against Olaf isn't a bad ban against Whippo specifically, but...
Well, no, the C9 game that we had, you guys, the 100 Thieves banned Olaf and Orianna. So I guess I can see it would have given away because Jensen, Orianna, and Olaf really only goes.
So we're
to, like,
talking day 2. Let's
ladder.
Go back to day 1 and work our way back up.
Yeah, sorry. I was just curious. My bad.
Nah, we keep going.
Are we doing stuff in reverse like the end of last week?
Yeah, we are not.
We keep going.
No. Let's not end on day 1. Please, let's not end on day 1. Let's go back. You're right, Ben.
Day 1 was.
Let's go back and talk day 1.
No.
I don't care if it was
day 1. Day 1 was way better for you.
I don't care if it was better for me in terms of guessing.
By the way,
I don't. No, believe me, I'm well aware. I needed those 4 points. I don't care. Like I'm last place, dude. Don't even. There's no reason. There's no reason to worry about this. I know where I'm gonna be.
It's a close last place.
So, all right. Game 1, day 1. What was it? GG 100 Thieves.
GG.
Yeah, GG 100 Thieves.
So I guess my first question that I have to ask.
Yes.
What, like, we saw the Akali kind of randomly, and I couldn't tell what it was for. We see it again.
So so real quick though, for anybody that doesn't know, River last week came in for Pride Stalker, and this week they replaced their support with Prismal, and they replaced Ablaze with Leader. So there were 2 swaps that happened. So pretty much half of their roster has been swapped in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. They have been the worst team record-wise in their
Recently.
last like 8 games, I think.
Yep. So
The
it has,
Akali
like,
is definitely a leader pick.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's
Okay.
a
Yeah.
comfort pick for him.
Yeah.
Which I was curious because we saw it like here and there in other games, but it seemed to be kind of a, well, we can just get away with it.
Well, in the other games, we're like, oh, you're playing an assassin. All right, well, I'll play an assassin. Like it was like just a no holds bar type games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this one, it's like, okay, well, you pick the Akali, we'll take Ornn and Lissandra and
Good luck.
Wukong and
And
Good luck
everything
playing
to
them,
disrupt what you want to do.
yeah.
Well, here's the thing, all right, and this is the, if you're gonna bring this guy in to have him one trick Akali, why didn't you just leave a Blaze all of it?
True.
Like, why did you bring this guy in if you're just gonna have him one trick Akali? There's
Especially
no
this-
reason to bring this guy in, and I feel bad for him because I think that he's being set up to fail.
Oh, 100%. And Leader is such a decent player, like especially when he was in the URL. Was it URL? ERL? He was,
Yeah,
he was in the EU minors, essentially.
But like I
He was
just
on
know that, like,
Vitality last year, so
there's no excuse for bringing this guy in to have him one trick an assassin in the most durable version of the game. That's absolutely obnoxiously.
mind
Well,
you,
why would you do that?
The durability
Subbing
in
somebody-
12.14 got slightly rolled back, by the way.
Yeah, but only slightly. Like even
Yeah.
though it's slightly
And the
rolled back,
health-
like
And the health potion nerfs came through on this. There's a lot of other nerfs that happened too. Like Second Wing got nerfed, but Scorch got buffed. So it was very interesting for picks this week.
but like it's one of those things where you have to play like the Bruiser Akali, and when the potions got nerfed, her laning got dumpstered. Like she requires the potions to exist in a
Right.
lane if she's getting poked.
And
I
the
would
Akali was picked
argue-
4-5.
I would actually argue it has actually nothing to do with like this lane or anything like that, or like it and we saw it. You know, this has been a development that's happened before. You get the durability patches, tanks become a little bit more powerful. They do all these things. You get hyper carries because now you need to punch through tanks. The hyper carries do better with more enchanter supports. Those enchanter supports got buffed, so now all of a sudden you see enchanter supports come in. The best way to deal with an enchanter support is remove it off the map instantly.
Right.
And so, with things like Sona, Nami, the Seraphine getting played, the best way to deal with it is just, okay, delete it. If it's an elongated fight, you lose.
Did they pick this 4th or 5th for the Akali?
Yep.
yeah,
picked it
Akali
for-
was pick blue side. Lissandra was last pick. red
Lissandra
side.
was the counter
full
was
counter
given
pick on
to Abadage. So that's why it's also rough to pull out the Akali because you're
I
gonna
mean,
get
like
countered.
it's like a red side pick, no? Like you'd have to do it red side.
Yeah, Akali's
when you
got to
actually
be a
see the
counter
whole
pick of
draft.
some sort.
Yeah, that's just my only, I guess,
I mean,
my rationality of the assassins.
I mean, that's fine, but like, is there no other assassin that could be picked? Is there no other assassin that's, maybe has an easier time of doing what they need to do, like Echo? Just saying.
Yone.
I mean, Yone probably is more effective just in general if you need AD.
Shoot,
If you don't need
Yasuo.
AD, then Echo would be fine.
You take Yasuo in this with the knockouts from Jarvan and Sejuani, honestly.
And even the Lulu ult sets it up.
Yeah.
I'm
Actually, if
not-
you go Jarvan or Sedge into that with Yasuo, you could do it. But like in general, like if you need AP that's just gonna delete somebody, you've got LeBlanc, right? You've got
Syndra got buffs.
I mean,
how big
people
were the
have been
Syndra buffs? 'Cause, like,
Ginormous.
LeBlanc
Oh
was
my God,
banned
she does so
by
much
Golden
damage right now.
Guardians.
Wait, they banned
Yeah.
themselves out. Why?
Because you can't give LeBlanc over the other
Abadage.
side.
Yeah.
But
So-
like, you can play stuff into LeBlanc. Like, you can play against LeBlanc the same way that they played against Akali. It's just harder, right?
Well, let's just say LeBlanc got. I think LeBlanc
But I
got
guess if
buffs this patch.
If you're
I
playing
remember right.
against
She did.
100 Thieves, then wait,
It was-
LeBlanc got buffs too?
Yeah.
LeBlanc's W
I didn't
got
see
a
that.
damage increase.
Okay, then yeah, I wouldn't want to play into a buff LeBlanc either.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
LeBlanc,
That's fair.
day
that's
one,
fair.
LeBlanc got banned 4 out of 5 games.
Yeah, LeBlanc was heavy on the no.
Actually, all 5 because it made it through the round 2 bans on game 5. So it got
Like,
banned 5 out of 5.
But like what? You've got Syndra, which is admittedly it's bad into Lissandra, who is pretty prevalent right now. So that's not fun. And you've got Echo, who's just honestly he's actually pretty decent right now because he got buffed not too long ago either, I think.
Yeah, but a lot of
Wasn't
his
huge,
buffs
but-
were oriented towards the jungle.
Well, they may have been oriented towards the jungle, but then you can just swap up who plays what.
So
Like like right now, you have a lot of flexibility within that people aren't even trying to explore. And since especially they have, like what, are they going to say that Pride Stalker or River were incapable of playing these style of jungler? Like that's a straight up lie, because both of them have played this style of jungler before.
I don't think the Akali was a good luck in
No.
bringing leader in to play it because Blaze Olive played it just fine before. Seems kind of weird.
Yeah, I would rather have seen a Blaze Olive play Orianna or anything rather than just see.
To be fair,
I'm
I
glad
would
they
have
didn't
taken
run
the
it back
Azir.
Kali. I mean, the Azir would have been fine. I guess.
Azir was banned by Golden Guardians. Banned 5.
God damn it, man.
Yeah.
I guess they wanted to go in. Like I think they had already decided.
They wanted
within
full
4 or 5,
dive.
They wanted to dive in. I just
But
if you're gonna do this, then I still think that it's probably still better to go Echo than it is to go Akali.
Because at least you have a get out button. But like 100 Thieves, fairly anti-dive in their comp.
Mm-hmm.
Ornn, Lissandra, Wukong, Nami.
Well, then Jarvan was the first pick too.
Yeah, Jarvan was first pick. But 4 out of 5 of Thieves champions goes, you want to dive? Yeah, no. But stand back there, please.
Yeah.
I think regardless of comps, regardless of anything, I think we all should be able to agree. Ornn Sejuani is the most boring lane I've ever seen. I would almost rather watch it than Corki.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'm close
I
to
would.
it.
Here's the thing.
At least things blow up.
I don't want Azir Corki more than I don't want
Ornn Sejuani.
Sejuani Ornn for one reason. When they track the junglers going from one side of the map to the other, I actually have to see nothing happening. Repeatedly. And then when they check the mid laners, it still happens repeatedly. It's in the middle of the map. You can't look away from it, man. You look on the mini map, the first thing you see is Azir near his turret, Corki near his turret. You're like, well, nothing's happening in that lane.
And now they do the 3-way split screen, so you can't avoid it.
Yeah. I think that's a cool feature, though.
It is neat. I really like it.
The first few minutes of the game, like, it fucks with your head. 100%.
It's very misleading because the camera's like tilted slightly.
Yes.
To get it, and so like I'm like, he's gonna get turret. Oh, he's not in turret range.
What? And it's skewed just enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So.
I was listening to most of the day one stuff, so because I after watching one game, I was like, I'm not watching any more of this.
I straight up had it up while I was working yesterday. Just volume off, set behind stuff where the cameras couldn't see it. I was good to go.
I was sitting in Discord waiting for anybody to show up.
And it was dead for like 3 hours. I had nothing else to do. Literally, no one came in for 3 hours.
Oh man, but yeah, I don't know. I hope Golden Guardians is able to find something, and I hope that Leader is they give him something else to work with.
Well, let me see.
I feel like
two
right
games
now
of Akali in this meta is on a team that's really not that good to begin with.
Dude, the second we see him play Victor, we know they're trying to sabotage him.
The upper brass are talking, going, I hate this Leader kid. Yeah? Why don't we give him and he looks over. Opportunity. And they go, wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
So does the academy teams play as many games as normal LCS, or do they play like one a
They
week?
play so many games. Like I think I saw.
I was just wondering because I've got his stats up for the NA Academy League 2022 season, summer season, whatever.
Yeah.
He's played 10 games. 3 Kali, 3 Zir, 3 Silas, 1 Rise. He has won 1 game on a Kali, 1 game on a Zir, 1 game on Silas, and his 1 game on Rise.
I think they rotate people out more or something because I think I've seen like an academy record have like 20 losses. So it's like, what is going on here?
So, I don't know, man.
I think they do best of 3s though. So who knows?
Wait. Academy gets to do best of 3s, but
we're not going to talk about that.
We're
not going to talk about that.
Sometimes just salty.
That
just need to be left.
That horse has been beaten.
Kurt, is there a way I can get one of your beers, man?
Yeah, on its way, but it might be a little toasty by the time you get there.
I can deal with
empty.
that.
It might be empty too. The beer got thirsty while it was on its way.
Don't know what happened. My bad.
Sweat it out due to humidity.
The beer seemed a little dry, so I put it in my mouth for some moisture.
I kept it moist for you. It's fine.
It had a heart attack, mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
This guy gross. Go to game 2.
I mean, game 2's not any better. EG versus TSM.
We just got to get through it.
So, all right. So, EG won this one at least, right?
Yeah, they.
Thank fucking Jesus.
They did what every team needs to do. Just camp the shit out of solo.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Especially when solo picks Fiora, like.
Oh, I mean,
you're asking for it.
You're asking to get camped. They were showing. I don't know. I have to imagine because like every other team that he's been on, I just hear that like he's there to not complicate comms, so he's usually like super quiet or something.
Yeah, he's weak side.
So like if you're playing weak side Fiora, you are begging to get dove on repeat.
Yeah.
But. Chime on Bard again. I do always love seeing me some Bard. So.
The thing is, he named his name is for the champion.
I like. No care. Still like seeing Bard. Still fun.
Was it at least a good game for Chime?
I mean, it was.
Sounds like no. So don't worry about it.
It was an ineffectual game. Like he played a champion. He existed. He
played a Bard game. He played a Bard game.
No, you don't. See, if you play Bard, literally, you've probably at levels like 7 have been in every other lane twice. I mean, the champ's designed to just fuck up the entire map, but it was just like rather ineffectual. I like he could not help top lane.
Yeah.
It just got dumped, and they didn't do anything in bot lane. So
I would like to note the first blood against Solo where he flashed to try to get a vital, and then Poppy rocked his shit.
Oh.
Yeah, Poppy, if you're playing Fiora and Poppy gets picked, just go ahead and FF, sit at your turret the rest of the game. It's not fun.
Yep.
You tried
it was a counter gank. Yeah, well, so it was, he overextended because Spica was coming up, and then Inspired counter ganked and just charged, put him in the fucking safeguard, and beat his ass.
Yep.
There's no other way to say it. Inspired whooped his shit.
Danny went to the like the first build on Ziri.
The Triforce Titanic?
No, the Bow Runins into the
Bow Runins.
Into the fucking splash damage one.
Titanic.
Yeah, the Hydra. He didn't go the Titanic where it does like the attacks.
Oh, he did Ravenous?
He went Ravenous.
Okay.
No. Oh, no, he went Titanic. He went the one where it does the cone.
Did he?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see a whole lot of it because it was pretty late in the game that he completed that, and it was kind of just Impact being a 5-0-4 Gwen, and that being you have to live in that world.
Yeah.
Well, it does.
It is.
Make it
I will say
for Ziri though.
It is very interesting to see Silas versus a Fiora. That's fun to watch. Like it just is like a 1v1 is hilarious. Just
well, both like, I put it up there and one. Yeah. Oh, like
I clicked R, you clicked R. We both like duel out who does it first.
That's rough though because think about it, right? he actually gets Fiora's true damage on his autos. He gets the heal from her autos, as long as he's hitting the marks. He gets the heal from being or just in the area, and he gets his W heal on top of that.
Oh, yeah, later on they 1v1 and he beat the fuck out of the Fiora.
Yeah,
it's just fun to watch because the Fiora's just
and
trying
also
to
remember
not.
This is a 0-4 Fiora.
Yeah, I'm sure he was like massive ahead.
3-2 Silas.
even if we're looking at even though, he gets a lot of healing from that.
Well, and two, if you like,
Wild.
if you're kind of angle it interesting, you can get your passive to proc multiple vitals.
Well, it's not fair.
It works like that?
It's not fair to call that a cheat because Fiora can also proc them with
what, her W?
Her riposte.
No,
Q.
No, her Q, her auto, her riposte, as well as Gore
I've never
Drinker will
posted
proc
it.
them.
That's bullshit.
Yep, Gore
Yeah, it
Drinker
counts as an
auto
attack from
and
that
counts.
direction.
Yep. So if she's on that side, she can Gore Drinker.
It's kind of why I prefer the Gore Drinker build to the Sunderer build.
Oh no, I don't like Sunder build after they nerfed Sunder into the fucking. Well, I say they nerfed it in the dirt. They didn't really nerf it into the dirt, right? It was still good on a number of champions, but I thought that it was weaker on Fiora after the nerfs that they did put
I mean,
on it.
I know the reason they do is they want the Sheen proc on the damage, and it does bite tank, so it's good against Hoppy.
Yeah.
But I think Gore Drinker, especially with how far down he was comparatively, Gore Drinker would have been the better bet.
I mean, you get percentage damage anyways on the heal. Like the heal is always better on Gore Drinker now.
Possibly better into Gwen, maybe.
Well, and yeah, you're into Gwen, Poppy, Silas, and Rakan. That's a possible and short range Zeri. That's a possible 5 people.
That's
you're in
always
the
Gore
middle
Drinker,
of Gore
I think.
drinking.
Yeah, I
That's
think
at
it's always
almost
Gore Drinker,
0 to
but-
full health on a Gore Drinker pop.
But like I will say, if you're 0-4, Gore Drinker or Divine Sunder, I don't think it matters anymore. Like
You're now not a champion. That's what that is.
you're not a champion.
But you know what
Fiora,
I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But like, you're usually not a champion of Fiora until you get to level 11, and that's with the assumption, right, that you're not too far behind.
Yeah, it's sad as
You're
a
stopping lane.
pro player when the value of your champion is less than a canyon minion. So
Oh,
I've seen that a few times the last couple of weeks.
the person's like, "Oh, that was close. What happened? I nearly
see
got
that-
that kill and missed that cannon minion."
You see that cannon minion worth 96 gold? Yeah, I'm worth 20. How? I'm 0-7, Whippo.
You would
fucking.
you would think that would disincentivize killing you, but it for some reason they still just murder you anyways.
They just want you off the map. Go enjoy your gray screen.
The cannon minion looks over, bro. What the fuck's going on? I got a better KDA than you. Fuck out of here.
So, but this game turned into a slacking pretty quick, which was foreseeable. It was well played through the top lane, even though last week we saw that happen several times not work. It worked this week.
So I guess. Wait, that makes what?
Fly versus TLF.
Yeah, this is the one I saw that just kind of.
That was boring. You have a 3-minute first blood.
Yeah.
And you don't get another kill until nearly 20 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
When you have both sides of the team that want to fight.
Yeah. I looked at the comp and I was like, all right, 3-minute first blood, here we go. Gearing up. It's just going to be, which somebody's going to lose quickly because, like, they're not going to stop fighting. They have, like, these teams need to fight. And it was not that way at all. They just let it go, dude. They just let it go.
I will say though, it is nice to see like the stark difference from like in my side. It's like you want to play Gwen, probably should get that. If the other person could play Olaf, get him off the field because
Whippo just ran Philip down.
There was a lot of times where you're like, oh, like that was a good trade from Philip, and then the Olaf's like, yeah, was it? Smack. Okay, never mind. I lied. Sorry.
It's the third time I think he's played it into Gwen.
Dude, he's pulled out a lot of unique picks into Gwen.
Oh no, I mean like Olaf. I've seen him play Olaf now. What 3 times? No, he played it into Gnar twice. It was Gnar.
Yeah, he played into Gnar twice.
He played it into Gnar twice. Down. The first one he destroyed the Gnar. Second one, he got destroyed.
That was the Immortals game.
Second one, he got destroyed because they knew what he was going to do top lane, and they just kept a leash on Whippo, and he did not get the help that he was going to have to need to play so aggro. So he got crushed. That was, one of their many 1-1 weeks.
So I would like to note that Takui had a rough game.
FlyQuest had a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, so he flashed Bjergsen's flashed the shuffle. He was out of danger. Then he clicked his stopwatch.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, oh no, bro. That's.
Oh. He's thinking that meme. Oh no, bro.
It's appropriate for that one. Like that was.
Though was it this game
man.
where
I felt so bad watching that? He didn't mean to.
Though I think this game had my favorite play of the entire weekend was when Takui tried to Talia ult down and Bjergsen shuffled him off the wall.
Yeah. Takui's just sitting there going, "Damn it! I can't believe I pressed that button." Jensen comes over and taps him on the shoulder. Okay, at least you pressed it, bud. Walks off.
More than I would do. I would forget I have the button. So.
Vincent had his gray screen. Oh yeah, that's right.
There's a reason I don't build Zhonya's. Because I always forget it's there. I just build damage and I hope to win.
There's someone that's never gonna play Echo, probably ever again. Like, poor Jensen.
Yeah, we're probably never gonna see Echo. We did see Vayne, in EU.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did it win?
I can't remember.
I don't think it did.
Okay. Well, you know what, Kurt? We should just give you the point. Like, it's close enough, okay?
He's already ahead of you. By
the reason why I want to give you this point is if we give you the point, then I get the Morgana points. Okay? So that's what I want right now.
Now I gotta go find that game. I want to see if she actually did win. I don't think she did.
So,
was it this last weekend she got picked?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was day 1 or day 2.
That's fine. I can find it.
So real quick, because they've been doing their top 5 lists for the last 10 years, and since we have what they consider number 1 to number 2 for supports, have you guys seen the list for their top 5 supports?
Core JJ number 1, Afro Moon number 2,
Vulcan number 3,
Vulcan 3,
okay.
And he's
I'm calling bullshit right now.
Shoot, who is number 4?
I don't remember.
Why is Corey JJ on the list at number 1?
Hold on.
So Vayne did win day 2 SK versus Rogue. SK won with Vayne Renata.
Nice. I'm not as crazy as I thought.
And into Sivir Ashe.
Well, yeah, because Vayne has actually always been a decent idea into Sivir specifically, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Biofrost number 4 and Lemonation number 5.
Wait, what?
Lemonation!
Yep.
Wait.
I think it's based off of...
Who did Lemon play for? What?
C9.
Oh, we're talking like all time.
Yes, this is all time. They've been doing that over the past 10 years.
I thought we were talking the year.
No.
Oh, God.
Over the last 10 years, they've been doing all-time top 5s.
Okay, then yeah, Core JJ wins like hands down. Never mind. Yeah, if that's it. I thought it was like this year.
There was a lot of contention between Core JJ and Afromu.
No, there should be no contention at all. You know why? Because the instant that Core JJ got on Team Liquid, do you know what happened?
Yeah, but at the same time,
place.
So at the other
Forever.
instance of it, they look at Afromu and be like, a lot of the times when he's paired with new or upcoming AD carries, he boosts them to relativity as the support.
Okay, that's great. Good job.
And the other thing is there, I think it was Kobe said the same thing as you. You know, he came in to roughly a bad team, but at the same time, he stayed on that same team, and they've still been a dominant team ever since then. It's just Afromu with all of his constant changes and his ability to allow the other people
He
he plays
adapts
with
really
to
well.
look better.
Well, he does adapt well, but I want you guys to think about like tactical, for instance, right? Yeah, Liquid had one terrible split where Double F basically checked out, right? And so many other issues were on that team. Tactical comes in, who is, yes, a new, fresh 80 carry, and then kaboom, vaulted all the way back up there again.
That and the other biggest complaint, not at the desk, but within the community, is that Afromu has been here for the last 12 years, and CoreJJ has not been there for the whole time. And that's one of the things Kobe had to tell someone when they did their thing. He's like, you got to remember, we have to look at what they did with the LCS and not any of their other stuff, because someone was trying to say something. He's like, no, this is LCS.
It's just LCS, right?
Yeah.
So that's great, but here's the deal. Afromu was shit on shit teams for years.
He's the leader in assists.
He was a shit player
the
on
closest
shit
person
teams
behind him is Impact,
4 years.
Who's 1,100 assists behind.
Yeah, and that's great. He was a shit player on shit teams for years.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
Yeah, you are being attacked.
That's all that like that's all that there is to be said there.
I feel like
Okay,
it's shit player.
Yeah, he was. He was absolutely terrible. He was horribly inting for at least 3 or 4 different splits. He was the league leader in deaths for a good portion of the season a number of different times.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I don't know the stats, so I'm not.
I don't have those stats.
It's not like he's always been good or even top 5 in his role. The same is not said about CoreJJ. Even on Liquid's bad seasons, he performed. He was always good. He was always relevant. This year is actually probably his worst year that I've seen so far.
With probably his best 80 carry he's had, which is worse.
Yeah. But I mean, like those are the facts of the matter. The thing is that Afromu, his highs were so high that people are willing to overlook all of the bad season. And you can't do that.
Them is, I don't remember him ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he's still Afromu, so he's still got the attitude and everything else, which is great. It's good. It's what allows him to and to be able to perform when the time arises. Like, he's found his spot again on this team. Like, the thing is that I just think that it's not like he was... I said he was a shit player. I need to amend this. He is someone that if people buy into his leadership, do awesome things because he sees plays and he's a good playmaker. If people don't buy into his leadership, it doesn't stop him from doing stuff that you need to be leading people. The people need to be following you to do. So he has one way of playing the game, and that's it. And if people don't follow him on that, then he'll int. By virtue of playing the game that one way. So I was
looking
overall,
I'm just looking at his season finishes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Currently. So his first season was obviously on Counter Logic Gaming.
Yep.
Finished 3rd in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Second season he played 2nd in the regular season. Went out 12th, 13th in the World Championships that year.
Mm-hmm.
Second season ended. His second season was in a championship. Ended 2nd in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
going in. Then was fourth in the tournament. Does not give his regular season standings.
Yep.
He has a fourth in the regular season.
Yeah, they got fourth by
And-
proxy, like on that one. That was TSM. That was the 2016 year. And the issue there, people had a problem with, was that they got in by default because they won spring. And then they got fourth place was enough unless C9 beat TSM, and then forced them to play Immortals. So Immortals didn't get to go to the championship because they had to play C9, who lost to TSM in the finals on that one when CLG was horrifically underperforming.
I was just looking at like their regular season.
Yeah.
This thing is very confusing. But so like in all, the 2016 NA Summer Splits is the one I don't have one for. 2017 regular season, I don't have that one either. Outside of that, it's third place, second, fourth place finishes in the regular season, and then on 100 Thieves, a first place in the regular season, a third place in the regular season in 2018. Then I have 2019, 2020. Obviously, they don't have the stats on that, but I guess the point in all that is like roughly hasn't had like a shit all season outside of
He has.
I would say
CLG,
performance-wise.
CLG.
I think you're thinking performance-wise. He has had rough performances, but I wouldn't say that he was just shit all over.
Well, no. There are the final CLG go-rounds. Those were bad. Those were really
yeah, and that was also
really,
CLG literally.
I mean,
walking
could you
out.
say that was just him though, and not the entirety
No, I
of
didn't
CLG?
say it was just. I didn't say it was just.
But that's
him.
what I'm saying though. That's just poor.
But he did.
performance.
Well, it's poor performance for the team, but he performed terribly as well personally. It wasn't just the one. It was both. That was why it was just like, holy crap, what the fuck happened? When he did play decently on 100 Thieves when he was on 100 Thieves. But he was also, like I said, and that's why I made my amendment to it. It's like, okay, I'll make my amendment, and that is that if people don't buy into his leadership, then he'll just end. They'll throw games.
Well, the other issue is when he was on 100
single-handedly.
Thieves, it was the retarded fucking tank meta.
But it was the retarded tank meta. For a little while, they had Meteos, and honestly, they were better when they had Meteos. So that whole like revolving door weird thing that they had going before Meteos got,
I would say
out.
there were more times that he didn't perform to the level that we would think he would perform to, but that's when the difference becomes, are you calling it performance or just poor play?
And then
you're just
I also
pulling
think
at teeth at that point.
Well, I guess I think that there is at least 1 year where it was both, and that was the CLG 2017. It would have been where they absolutely completely imploded. Like they started to implode at the tail end of 2016, and then it just went everywhere.
But
in
at that
2017.
point, like I said,
it was terrible.
mean, you always have to just put that one straight on the team, because if the whole team is performing badly, then how
okay,
much
well, if
can
that's
you
the
really
case,
do?
then clearly Core JJ is the best support that is in that's
we're
ever
not-
been in an A.
Now,
Like,
mind you, we're not making the argument that Aftermoon is better than CLG. It's just that.
Well, no. I'm addressing like people that were making the argument. Period.
No, I wouldn't make that argument. But if you're also including like what this player has done for
I think it's
the
closer.
LCS scene.
I think it's closer than what a lot of people think, and even the desk thinks it's closer than it should be. Do I put Core JJ first? Yes, because of everything that he's done and the push that he forces supports to play at and everything else. But I do think it's a lot closer than what it is.
I also think you have to take into what they've done for the league as a whole as far as producing.
If that's the case, then
if you're
I would
adding elimination, you have to.
I actually want to change one thing out because I actually think this other person deserves to be above elimination easily. And would they have Biofrost third? Fourth? And Biofrost should be on this list. Honestly, I think that Chowster should be third.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because like this was the world of tournaments, right? This was tournaments leading into LCS, and when it was CLG and TSM constantly fighting at the top during that first 2 years, it was like Chowster is part of the reason why things developed the way they did. A bunch of different strategies that exist right now and why people remember CLG's name so damn much is because Chowster was a fucking genius. He's an asshole, but he was a fucking genius.
So looks like potential reason why they wouldn't include him is because
did he not manage to play in the LCS?
Mid lane, jungle, support, bot lane. He wasn't primarily one from the looks of it.
Well, he was primarily support once they got double lift. Once it was double lift, it was double lift Chowster.
Year and change as a bot lane, 5 months as a support, then another 5 months, so pretty much less. Still 2 months less as a support, then 6 months as a jungler, then another 4 as a support. I think he played too many roles for them to include him.
In any list at all. That's a shame.
And he only played for like 4 years.
Well, yeah, but like the length of time that you play versus what it is that you've done, like I think those are two separate things altogether. But I do think that X-Special should be on that list, at least above Biofrost, for sure.
So X-Special and Elimination should have been tied. Elimination,
I think Elimination was
only won
better.
out by 15 votes.
Okay.
Elimination won out because of his innovation and
Elimination
he was doing
deserved
the
it.
coach stuff before
He
there were true
deserves
coaches.
he deserves to be above X-Special. For sure. But X-Special deserves to be on the list above Biofrost. I don't know why Biofrost is on this list. I don't think he should be on this list at all. I think that was a mistake. But Elimination does deserve to be on this list. So if Chowster's not eligible to be on the list, then yeah, I guess Elimination third makes sense.
No,
and
Vulcan's
then
third. Elimination is fifth. Biofrost
how is
is
Vulcan
fourth.
third? Is it because he was on the C9 things that went to Worlds and they made it to semis? Like, that's great, but Elimination should be above... I don't know. This is weird. This is fucking weird, dude.
There's a lot more controversy on the desk about the supports than there have been about the junglers and the other ones they've revealed.
Like, I guess I could give Vulcan over X-Special for fourth, but he shouldn't be above Lemon. I think putting him above Lemon is stupid. So that would be my list then. If we're gonna go this route, would be Core JJ, Aframu, Elimination, Vulcan, and then X-Special. That'd be my top 5 all time.
Yeah, the issue is we just don't have all of the stats. We don't have the numbers and bullshit that they did their stuff off of.
Because I think it's insulting that X-Special isn't on this list. He got shafted in his career. Please don't shaft him afterwards, man. Come on, dude. That's fucked up. Don't shaft him afterwards.
So
man, that's some bullshit.
So after all of the CLG supports got completely destroyed by Daisy, let's talk about number 4. C9 versus CLG.
Yeah, there's a game.
So what? I started watching a little bit of this game and I just gave up. So what happened in the last little bit?
C9 lost the game level 1. In my opinion.
That's why I basically stopped watching. I felt the same way.
It ended about how you thought it would.
Okay, yeah. Good. You know what? That makes me happy. The reason it makes me happy isn't because C9 lost the game level 1. It's because they lost the game level 1 and CLG didn't screw it up somewhere along the way. No. Happy, hip hip hooray.
No,
it was pretty clean and straightforward from there. Good. That's what we need to see. If someone throws that hard, you need to be able to win that game.
Yeah, Palafox was good. He's kept his pressure up. Contracts, good. Got the 5 kills early. I mean, there was a little bit of like map pressure that C9 got back, but C9 couldn't 5v5. So
yeah. Well, it's like map pressure is the only thing they could hope for at that point, right? Like they have to give up every objective. The only thing they could try to do is box out and the only thing they could do is box out and hope to get some towers. Hope that the Fiora becomes relevant enough that people have to worry about her. But It was such a far-fetched gamble.
Yeah, I'd have to say as well, the 33-minute freaking Baron or Dragon fiasco, I think was like the bronzy play for me this week.
So as someone who didn't watch it, just heard it, was it as bad as it sounded?
So C9 and CLG previous to that were baiting Baron.
Right.
At about like the 32-minute mark. C9 was like, hey, we were potentially going to do Baron. Because CLG was like, hey, we're going to do it. So C9's like, all right, we'll clear some vision. Maybe we'll mess with them a little bit. And then CLG just turned on him. Chased him down through the base. Got a couple kills. Killed Fiora. Killed Lucian. And so C9 was like, okay, they chased Lucian all the way through top lane. Wukong's up there. Let's take Jensen, teleport him, have Blabber and the support all go to Dragon, which Sven is like a 4th health when they're deciding to do this. And Palafox sniffs it out and says, hey, I think they're going to go do Dragon. Come with me. TP, TP, TP. And they just show up. Tell C9 you're idiots for deciding to go for a Drake 3v5. And it was like, just, I understand you giving up Hex Soul, and it's one of the most brutal Drakes right now. But I don't know, is that really your last ditch effort to try to win the game?
It really is though. Like unfortunately the composition that CLG has, you give it Hex Soul, there's literally no way you beat it. Like they weren't in a position to win the game anyways, but if you give up Hex Soul, like
they gave up Baron.
Well, yeah, but
immediately after
you're going to give up Baron anyways.
Go for it, and Jensen
you're going to give up Baron
killed
anyways
going for the Dragon. You pull out, they go for Hex Soul. You kind of get a reset because everybody's alive. It would have been 5v5 for another Baron fight instead of going Soul straight into Baron. But it's just one of those things. I kind of would rather see that over Jensen missing a shuffle and then thinking he can flash over the wall to still try to kill Palafox because he put himself in a dumb position.
Well, right. But what I'm saying is this, right? Him missing the shuffle, that sucks. But I don't think the only way that they possibly have a chance to win the game is to keep them from getting Soul. The only, if they wanted to make it look a little bit better, then they could have waited.
Well, the other thing is also not give up Baron, because look at how short range CLG is. CLG has to have Baron.
Yeah, but
to siege properly.
Well, they have
regardless
to have
of
it to
if you
properly,
have Hexol or not.
But
to be able to
it's
break
a matter
the base,
of time.
You have to get Baron.
Right, but they would get
that,
Baron.
But there's also, it's like Fudge wasn't horribly behind, so he was still that point. It was just a decision that I thought was ridiculous, and it literally is what lost them the game.
I think the only thing they could have done differently at all would have been just have Blabber go for it and hope for the best. But regardless, you're giving up Baron either way.
Give up Baron if you try to sacrifice Blabber.
But all I'm saying is that if you let them have Soul, the game's gone anyways. If it wasn't on this Baron, it's on the next one. So keeping them from getting Soul is the only way you have an option of winning the game.
Yeah, but at the same time, you knew you weren't going to get it going 2v5 to try to take a Dragon whose health has been increased by 5 to 10% on this patch.
I think the way they went about it was dumb. but you kind of have to go for that steal because like I said, if you give it to them, then the game is lost. There is no way to get back if they have that Soul.
Not necessarily. A lot of people have lost with Soul.
Yeah, but that's requiring them. That's the 100 Thieves strat. That's not a way to play against.
It's not a way to play. But how many teams have done that this split?
Yeah. But that's beside the point. Because if you do that and you make a habit of doing that, then you're going to make the mistake against better teams.
I would have liked them to just go potentially fight over Baron rather than TPing in with 2v5 to try to take a fucking Dragon that you're not.
I think they made the correct decision. I think that they
There's no way to execute
even what they were
it.
trying to do.
There's no way to execute that in the first place.
I mean, you've got other options you can try to do, but it all requires is you have to throw a mountain of wards over and just hope you can guess the timing. I mean, it's always an uphill battle, but it's the only chance that you have.
Yeah, I just didn't like it at all.
They were, like, at that point in time, you're just in a position where you literally can't win unless you get lucky. So it's better to try to be lucky than it is to just say, all right, well, we're never going to...
Even if you sacrifice them, you lose Baron, you're still losing the game. Even if you don't give up.
I think they're going to lose that game.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Losing no matter what.
You're losing no matter what, but the only chance that you have to win the game is if they don't get the dragon. So
yeah, but like we said, regardless, even if they didn't get the soul, they'd still lose because then Blabber's dead, and maybe they can siege and win 4v5, but at that point you're not.
It's the best chance they have, I think. So,
they
were just, like I said, they lost at level 1, and I think that's really where we should.
They gave Wukong 5 kills at like 10 minutes. So
yeah, it's like at that point it's basically over. Like you don't really come back with the composition they have to get past that.
So game 5, we thought it was supposed to be over for Dig.
Yeah.
Dig was supposed to have no horse in this race, no possible
supposed to
way.
be doing 16 on the season.
No possible way to make it in the top 8 to go to playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's correct.
We're gonna win. It's gonna be something stupid.
Yep. We did say that last week too. We were correct. It was something fucking stupid.
I am not a fan of this bot lane.
What?
The
Why?
Draven and Mumu.
How?
The Draven and Mumu, I don't like it.
Don't you like the Draven having someone that really can't help him all that much?
No, I like Draven's terrifying. It's terrifying to play into a Mumu when playing Draven. It's not terrifying to play
with the Mumu.
Well, it's terrifying either way. Like, just don't have. You don't want to play it. The Mumu just dies and you just end up 2v1ing as Draven. It's just not fun. Like, it's just not enjoyable. I don't like it.
Or the fact they gave Silas the Mumu ulti, a Draven ulti, a Lee Sin kick, Yone ulti. And even for shits and giggles,
everything.
Orianna ulti.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, honestly, the Amumu ulti is probably like the big one out of that whole thing. Because, like,
it's like playing
what
Draven
are you supposed
against
to do?
the Mumu, but also have to playing with the Mumu, so you have both like the worst of both cases.
Like, what do you do? Like, as Draven, if you have a Mumu with also a short range dash that can go over walls on top of that, without even having to hit you with the ability. That's not fun, man. That's not fun at all.
It just made a field day for Viego and Silas. I don't like the Draven pick here. If you're gonna play a Mumu, play something else.
Anything else, please.
I actually do really like the Kai'Sa Mumu combo. Predominantly because Amumu can almost completely proc Kai'Sa's, like, except for actually procking it, can set up Kai'Sa's passive to a T.
I mean, like, whenever you ulti, you basically set up Kai'Sa to pick whoever she wants to kill. It's really nice.
Because you get 2 bandage tosses and your ultimate, you already stacked 3 of her passive.
I mean, if you get that much off, I don't think, like, realistically, like, later on, late game scenarios, I don't think you probably get your bandage toss and ulti, but maybe not on the ideal target for the bandage toss, right?
No, but your ulti still sets up her passive on everything.
Exactly.
It gives her a lot of options to be able to do
a lot of
things
options because she can ulti whoever the fuck she wants as soon as you ulti. Like, and she gets past her weakest portion, which is when she initially launches her abilities. That's usually the time when you want to be dumping damage into her, because it's right before she gets her invis reset to like establish where she gets that Vayne effect, right, where she changes where she's located.
She gets a nice little invis. She gets to reposition to exactly where she was and comes out with a attack speed buff. It's terrifying. But no, I don't like don't like this bot lane. Just
yeah,
no.
Yeah, let's not see it again, please.
But we see the Kinch again with the Aphelios.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be a combo we see more and more. Aphelios has
Yep.
a dumb amount of damage right now, but this is literally borderline like causing me aneurysms that like people are like, well, Tom Kinch is banned or Tom Kinch is out, can't play Aphelios. Like
he still works well with enchanters. He really does.
What is that? Thresh is still a champion.
Yeah.
Like they never changed him.
No, and we talked about that I think last week, didn't we? We were like,
yeah.
What? Don't know where Thresh has gone, but like, wasn't he always the mainstay? Even the meta shift didn't change, right?
Jinx and Aphelios loved having a Thresh because it gave them that one reposition they just needed.
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe they're afraid of wards still. Maybe that's the problem. They're just afraid of wards.
Fearful of wards. But it was a weird one to see Immortals lose, but we knew if Dignitas was gonna pick one up, it was gonna be something stupid. At least this is like a close in the standings. But Dig really did need this win. I think what I was saying last week, I think they have to win at least 3 of the 5 remaining games. So they at least need to still win 2 games in Super Week. So, but it was
at least they didn't let Immortals have it for free. Immortals let them have it for free, so at least they took the win.
True.
Like it's, I don't know. It's just it's so weird to see.
It's rough for me because I don't like watching either of these teams right now, and then watching them go toe to toe. It's just like, okay, this is.
Yeah. I mean, like I do in general like watching Immortals play right now. But like I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop, and so something like this is just like, all right, well, this justifies my apprehension about the team.
So, as the resident Orianna player, like, how do you feel about the Orianna builds, and how they've kind of gone?
If PoE is making the Orianna build, I will never have any thoughts on it ever.
I mean, he went super standard with his build.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like, I've seen this one's pretty. Like, I've seen quite a bit, but I've also seen the Echo. I've seen
Luden's Echo is more bursty, so if you have a lot more of the enemy who's not beefy, that you can just like pop a lot easier, then Luden's is perfect. Luden's is still fairly good into like super beefy people, but with the Ornn and the Tom Kench, you kind of are forced into the Liandry's just so you can keep constant damage on them while fighting.
I mean, I don't know, because like here's my only thought about it with this one, right? Is that with the Amumu, you kind of need to delete somebody in that ulti.
Combo's great. The issue is they never got the combo to work.
Well, right, but like if you have the Amumu, you kind of need to delete somebody. Like if Amumu's not hitting backline with ulti, like what, you're gonna front to back with Draven?
But like we said though, with the Tom Kench in your face, an Ornn in your face, and Amumu can't angle the schmangle, right? Like,
well, I didn't mean he's gonna. He doesn't have to bandage toss the carry to hit the carry, but he's got to be able to hit the carry with the ulti. Like if he can't hit the carry with the ulti,
but the issue is if you hit the carry with the ulti, but you hit him on the edge of it, if it's not the edge close enough for Orianna, you're not getting the combo.
I also think Tom Kench is like the big combo breaker there, but
yeah.
I guess there's also, you know, the big question of like the thing that I have not been seeing, but have been seeing on just about every other mage currently, especially control mages, is the frost. Why are we like? I guess is there a reason we're not seeing this on Orianna?
Yes, and that is because her range is greater than the frost. Like if she frosts one person, like if she frosts somebody, I mean hip hooray, but like even if that guarantees her an ulti. Even if it guarantees, it's fine, but like overall composition, especially, like I
doesn't get
don't.
enough out of it to.
No,
to
she
warrant
really
it.
doesn't. I mean, the one thing you maybe could do, right, is if your whole goal here as the Orianna with this pick is to lock up Tom Kench so he can't go anywhere near the.
If there
like,
was
that's the only
not
way.
the Ornn and like someone else who chases down to fight the Yone, then I think Everfrost would have been fine. Because Silas diving in, Viego diving in, and then if there was a third person diving in, I think that could warrant the Everfrost. But if there's only 2 diving in, then at that point you're just going Ludens or Leandries.
Yep. I don't know. It's. I just think that the comp is bad.
Yeah, what do you think
I will
about
say
the,
this has probably
the
been
Lee
one of the
Sin?
first times I've seen Orianna and been like, I don't.
Sorry, what was
I
it like?
genuinely don't like this comp.
With the comp that she was playing with, I mean, there's so many ways she can get set up. The issue is everybody's engaged is so much further than how quickly she can activate the ulti after the engage.
Like if
starts.
this is
So,
Sivir Amumu, right?
This
or
is a
like
rough comp for her to be in. To make an impact.
Yeah, like if it's Sivir or if it's Kaisa as the AD carry, I think that they could 100% front to back this. But with a Draven, the problem is that you have to pop somebody. You have to. If you don't, like the Draven just doesn't add enough value later on.
I also genuinely, I don't like I don't like Lost build in this game. I get that the Eclipse is the standard go-to for Draven, right?
Yep.
There is nobody on this team you hit outside of Aphelios who gives 2 shits how hard that axe hits.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but unfortunately, unless you're, I think there's only been one person that's changed the build. Nobody is going away from the Eclipse build on Draven, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's one of those stuff. It's like I agree with the Leandries. I think that was a good pick into what they were seeing. I think Draven in this stance that you need to be able to kill these tanks, but at the same time you don't have enough time to go through this Ornn because who saves you? Who buys you enough time on this team for you to not get absolutely mollywopped by an Ornn Viego Silas?
We need
there's no one
to have some lessons with Lost on on understanding what to build.
Yeah, don't build Eclipse into the Ornn.
That at the same time,
you should have built Leandries on the Draven. What the fuck are you doing?
At the same time, would you have gone PTA over the attack speed steroid?
100%. Because guarantee you're not getting through this Ornn and you're not getting through the Silas in less than 3 attacks. And 2, I don't like the Eclipse. Build your
go Immortal Shield Bow.
Get a little bit of crit on that. I like the Lord Dominic second. I agree with that, sure. But then right after that, go right into your IE and shred these tanks.
I don't know. It's just
Draven's not built to be a hyper carry.
No, you have to build him like one. You have no choice. Like you have no choice in this comp in this game. You have no choice. You have to build like a hyper carry.
You need to survive, and you need to get through 3,000 to 4,000 health points worth of armor sitting on an Ornn right now.
And like the other thing is like late game, realistically, right? The crit build even on Draven is still better if you have to face Aphelios. For popping Aphelios, it's still better later too.
And I get the whole Eclipse is gonna hit Aphelios with an axe and he's half health. Great. In what team fight does this Draven walk up and auto that Aphelios? What world are you autoing that Aphelios right now?
You can get Lee Sin to kick him in.
Yeah, we're playing a lot of ifs. In a situation where I think I've already stated I don't like the Lee Sin in the current meta.
Did you see Lee Sin losing to Silas in that 1v1?
I think that happens.
Well, the Silas was like 100 health, but he mistimed when the Kingslayer was going to be up when he Lee Syndromed. Feels bad, man.
Stop playing. I feel like the Lee Sin's the new Viego. Stop playing Lee Sin. I get it. you want to, is you're just getting your ass beat on it. Like, we see Lee Sin splashing into Wukong to get their ass beat. We see Lee Sin's queuing into dead Silas to get their ass beat.
Well, again, it's there's only one world where Lee Sin is the correct pick, and that is the time that you are someone that knows, no matter what the situation is, you will always get the important kick. Not someone who thinks they can, someone who knows they can. There's a huge difference between those two. And you've got maybe like 1 or 2 players in the world in pro leagues that are able to do this consistently still.
Yeah.
Newsflash, they are not in NA, they are not in EU. You've got 1 in LCK and 1 in LPL. That's it.
I will say, Contracts does play a mean Lee Sin, and even he has decided not to play it.
Exactly.
So,
he plays a mean one, but like he doesn't play a god one. Like, there's a huge difference.
That man saying, "Give me Poppy or give me nothing."
Yeah, and you know what? Poppy actually has a Lee Sin style play that they can use. Oh, it's really more like Alistair. It's just ulti and then run past them in E. Yeah. There you go. Done.
It's more of a, all of these fucking mechanics you have. I don't want to play those.
Exactly.
I mean, speaking of his Poppy, one, good job, Dig. You needed the victory. You pulled it against the person you wanted to. Day 2.
Poppy again.
First pick Poppy.
First pick Poppy.
Yo, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Poppy's fucking good right now.
Well, it's a meta with champions with a lot of dashes, and it makes her amazing.
Just keep her away from Trundle, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
We got a team fight. Is Trundle here? Yeah. Nope.
Hold on.
Also,
no. Are we going to team fight?
Lulu Twitch?
Are we going to team fight? Yes. Is Trundle here? Not anymore.
Because I was hiding. And then Trundle's gone.
I don't personally like the Zoe pick in this game.
Okay, so what is draft in this one? Because like I said, I haven't seen games.
All right, so blue side was Poppy, Azir, Gwen, Twitch, Lulu. Red side was Sivir, Trundle, Fiora, Zoe, Leona.
Okay, thank God. I prefer seeing Lulu Twitch over Yuumi Twitch. I do think Yuumi Twitch is good, but I prefer Lulu Twitch. I much prefer Lulu Twitch.
I'm 50-50 on it. It's 50-50 for me, but
I like the safety you get from the Lulu.
On this?
I don't.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't. Takoya's been struggling. I understand like long range mages are good into his ear, but there's a freaking Poppy. There's not a Zoe player that wants to play into a fucking Poppy.
I mean, that's true. But like, even if you don't want to play, even if you don't want to play into Poppy, I mean, it's still really good into Twitch. Except for its Twitch Lulu, so like your reliability for one-shotting is pretty drastically dropped.
No, Zoe got destroyed 1v1 against the Twitch.
That's a shame.
Yeah. As an AD carry, I actually love playing. Like if I had to take a pick and be like, you have to play to Zoe, Twitch wouldn't be a bad pick.
Especially since you went cleanse, you get hit with the bubble.
Yeah.
Boop. All right, let's keep fighting, bitch.
You clinch. She clicks R, and she dies before she goes back. And fun fact, even if she lives, you outrange her R.
Well, I was not going off the assumption that she was only going to get, like she was going to be opened up on by Twitch. But...
Yeah, she was top lane clearing the wave. Twitch showed up, and
it's over.
Yeah, she couldn't throw a bubble because he had cleanse, and he forced the Zanyas under tower, like the stopwatch under tower. Like, he was going to kill her if it wasn't for the tower and the stopwatch.
Like I can think of maybe. Nope, never mind. Realistically, like now, Zed or Echo, that's about it. You don't have. Oh, I guess maybe Lysandra, or not Lysandra, Syndra, because Lysandra can't 100-0 Twitch.
Well, say the big issue is the world in which AD carries are free to take cleanse right now, which feels amazing. It makes a lot of these picks that's like, I could shut it down, cleanse, guys, it's loose.
Well, the thing is, like, if you have enough burst damage, it doesn't matter whether they have cleanse or not.
Yeah.
Or if you're not dependent on a mechanic that
Syndra-
requires the cleanse.
Syndra, if you can get the stun off, even if you have cleanse, it's pretty close for the AD carry to be like,
it's
oh god, I got
pretty much it's pretty much 100-0.
I cleansed. The balls are still coming. Shit. Like, the stun was a formality. The R is what actually matters.
The R is what actually matters. Yeah.
I understand the Trundle pick because of Poppy. And it's only become popular because of Poppy. But
Sejuani was the other reason.
Sejuani was the big reason, I feel. But
yeah, but the issue is it's just
top.
Poppy. They're like, oh, you pick Poppy, let's take Trundle. Like,
yeah, it's still good pick into it.
It's so good, but the Trundles have just looked so rough.
Well, it's because people are terrible with the pick. Like, it's.
I like Trundle into Poppy. I don't like Trundle
into Twitch.
Into Twitch.
No, into Twitch, it's terrible. Like, what? All those tank stats that you got mean absolutely nothing in the face of Twitch once he gets
like
IE. Like, once IE is completed, it's pretty much over.
3-4 items. There is no longer squishy or tank. There's just large body people who are prepared to be riddled with holes.
And for anyone that thinks that Akali might be a decent pick against Twitch,
don't do it.
You're incorrect. Please don't do it, because he will spray and pray through your stupid shroud, and you will die. You do not have an option.
I would have taken Lissandra in this comp.
Like, when was Twitch picked in this draft?
I don't know.
See, Twitch was picked
it had
fourth
first
blue
round,
side.
Right? Oh,
nope.
Second round.
Second round, fourth pick blue side.
Did they
right
pick
after
their
Zoe?
last?
Yeah, they picked
yeah.
body last
Twitch
bottom
Lulu
last.
was 4-5 on blue side.
Yeah.
What did they ban in their last rotation?
Lucian
Ari Nautilus. Fly ban.
Fly ban Lucian MF.
That's weird. Why? That is very weird.
I would dare anyone to play Lucian Nami into a souped up Trundle.
What's funny is at the same time, after I saw all those bans, I was like, CLG could go Sona here. They could go they could go freaking the Karma, fucking what's her nuts,
Seraphine?
like Seraphine too. Like, dude, CLG could have had an even worse freaking draft with FlyQuest out of play.
I hope that a lot of teams take this as kind of a PSA. And like for CLG, this is like one of the very few times I can ever say this. You banned Kalista, Draven, MF, and Lucian. The MF and Lucian are out there for me. That's weird. But
against CLG, against everybody else, nah.
Against everyone else, I can see it. But like those don't seem like Luger champions really. But at the same time, don't attack Luger. We've been saying for weeks.
Lucian Nami got picked a fuckload this weekend.
Yeah,
that's great. But like, was it the reason people won games? Was it the reason they lost games? So far, what we've seen throughout the entirety of the split has been people lose more games because they decided they had to pick Lucian Nami, and they didn't know how to play around it, had no clue what to do with it, lost horribly, and that was that. Like, they didn't even get lane prio out of it. A lot of people, times they lost lane.
I think honestly, people are probably going, well, they reverted durability a bit, and the health potions got
it doesn't
nerfed.
Help.
So let's play Lucian Nami, because now we might actually be able to kill them without it.
You can 100-0. Yeah. But what if I just play Twitch Lulu? You know, we hadn't thought that.
Yeah. Now, mind you, the Twitch wasn't like hard stomping the game for a while. Like it took until about mid to late. It wasn't like most of the Twitches that just like control the lane the entire time.
But like, can you stop can you stomp the game before the Twitch becomes a problem?
Yeah. Twitch is a ticking time bomb. You have two options. You either have a Diffusal, which is a champion that says, fuck that champion. He does not move. He does not shoot. He doesn't do anything for at least 3 to 4 seconds so someone can murder the fuck out of the rat. Or you finish this game between 20 and 30 minutes. Because if you don't, Twitch will. Like, there's no... They had not built a contingency plan for Twitch, and teams probably should for anyone who is willing to pick this champion.
There is literally only one contingency plan. and it's called Braum. And Braum will die for the sins of his entire team doing so.
Honestly,
100%.
Afromu would have been able to do a good job on the Braum.
I would have rather seen the
Yeah.
I would have rather seen the
Afromu
Braum over the Leona.
Yeah.
Well, and that kind of is the issue we've been seeing, right? It's Leona can't exist when Cleanse is a viable
At
take.
the same time, I'm okay with Leona if you don't have the Zoe. At that point, I think you're forced into the Braum. Because it's like you have Sivir, you have Zoe. Yes, Trundle goes in. Yes,
was Ori on the
Fiora
table?
goes in. But at the same time, it's like, just play...
Yeah, Ori was on table.
Just let
Ori.
Trundle do his
Ori
thing.
is 1,000,000% better for what they're having to go up against.
It just makes
But, like, she was already
you
picked.
wonder. Takoi
Like-
struggled the past, like, 4 weeks. And you can tell when he struggles, FlyQuest has their problems.
Yeah.
So,
Kui is FlyQuest.
Unfortunately, Takui, you this is not the time to have writer's block. You need to be picking up about now.
It was roughly a close game until mid, but CLG, good job.
CLG did Twitch things.
I will say that I am shocked though that so many things were still on the table.
Yeah. How many times do we talk about that in drafts though? Like how much stuff is still left? That...
I will say there is a lot of really strong picks currently in the meta, which does make draft more interesting in the fact that like, well, what one are they going to go with? Because CLG had the run of the mill with what they wanted to play.
Yeah, the
right?
other
like
side is
they
CLG
didn't have to
could
pick
have
Switch,
still
Lulu.
done whatever the fuck they wanted to.
Like you banned 480 carries, and Zeri's still an option here. Neela's still an option. They just played her last game.
Danny? There might have been one other one. There's very little Zeri and very little Zeri bans.
Yeah. She received
pro-wise,
a few
that
little
nerf really hurt
Yeah,
her.
she received those little tweaks and stuff, and it really, really did hurt her in the long run. I think it like she was kind of teetering off after one, and then they kind of just pushed a little bit further.
So, I mean, hey, we get to see more variety.
I think targeting the bot lane is a good idea with ganks, not bans. There are so many 80 carries that are so good right now. Just don't. Get your top laner in a good position where either they can carry the game or can survive on their own, and either you let your bot lane survive and realize that they're going to get ganked, or you gank for like it. So many teams have won through just bot lane because 80 carry, like the 80 carry pool is so big and so versatile and able to be utilized so well
and impactful. Like it's
that I think a lot of teams are just overlooking it because of the champions that are being played in top lane are more flashy, and they're like, oh, but they can do this, they can do that. Yeah, but Twitch is just gonna shoot you. It doesn't have to be flashy if he just clicks on your champion and they die.
Yep. And it's
Veigar's not a flashy champion, but if he clicks R on you, it sucks. Okay.
Well, I've still been waiting, by the way, to see Veigar start to get played, and people focus around portions of mid lane. Because I think that for people that do rely on their mid laner more, they should be looking at having a mid laner that scales that's not Azir.
So, I would like to see people start playing Veigar into Azir. I actually love playing Veigar into Azir. It's hilarious to watch. Azir's like, I'm gonna control this area, baby cage. Veigar has that area for now.
Yeah. Like, he's gonna shuffle. That's great. Cage. Just throw it down. It's really, I don't know. It's like the he's the Twitch of mid lane, basically.
Yeah, that's a pretty good analogy. This game was just kind of weird. It turned into literally FlyQuest drafted themselves no answers for what CLG wanted to do. CLG did what they did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how long are we going to have to see contracts on Poppy before teams either take it away or ban it or something?
For a
contract
That's a very
is playing
good
this
question.
campaign a lot, and he looks really good on it. He looks super comfortable on it, and he does not care to play anything else.
More importantly, this is if you remember when they were actually losing, he was getting blown up a lot of times because his positioning isn't always fantastic come mid game. He gets caught a lot. So please take away tanks from him.
Yeah. If he could survive for 2 minutes, the rest of his team's probably gonna get there.
Yeah.
Like, sucks.
Yeah.
But
speaking of kind of the polar opposite of games here, I don't think either team knew what the hell they were doing. 100 Thieves C9.
So how did it pan out, by the way?
Dude,
like,
this game was so wild. Just this
like
so
the new
my
pick
head
happened.
hurt.
so an
The new
interview,
pick happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So an interview a while ago with Fudge, because they were talking to Fudge and whatnot, and about Blabber, because they were talking about his Olaf game and whatnot. And he's like, Blabber's great. When you get him on the picks that he's super comfortable with, knows what he's doing, he's great. He's like, even if he doesn't know, not super comfortable on the picks, or he sees something, he's going to go in, he's going to go aggressive. And if you don't follow, he's probably going to die regardless because he's still going to go in. He's like, so you kind of have to be like, if Blabber's like, I'm going in, you kind of have to follow. And that is what we got in this game. Blabber went in so much, and the team followed. Like, dude, this was a wild game to watch. It was interesting seeing the Sona again.
I'm surprised it took this long for us to see Sona again. I feel like the pick itself, though very susceptible to getting ganked, killed, murdered. I mean, no move blocks. One of the lowest health values in the game. But like, if you're talking 5v5 power, Seraphine and Sona is like right there with each other. So I was surprised to see this long before.
It's interesting that we got it comboed with a new champ.
Yeah. I will also, in tandem with the Sona, I love the Yuumi Mikhail's pickup. Like, second fucking item. Like, the ultimate fuck you Sona is great. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that's something that we really haven't seen much of just in general, which with all the crowd control around, I am shocked that people haven't been picking up Mikhail's either. But like, that is one thing that Yuumi is really good about, is, you know, if her partner is crowd controlled, she can have a cleanse for them that she itemizes into.
The biggest thing I loved about this was they 100% knew going into this game that Yuumi was going to build Mikhail's. The reason I know that, Sivir took Ghost into Sona.
Is standard. Ghost is standard on Sivir. Nobody takes cleanse on Sivir.
Like,
so I
understand.
It solves that problem.
Happen, but the thing is, Sivir's like, you never see cleanses pro. You always see the Ghost.
They believe that they're going to hit that shield in time.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's that bronzy mentality.
So I would definitely like to know
that. I can outplay that.
Yo, speaking of which, I know that it's like bragging. I had like the best Captain Jack this week. They can attest. It looked beautiful. I got like Tower Dove. Who were we playing into? It was Viego. What was it? They had like a stun, and they go to tower dive me, and I instant Captain Jack the stun to get 2 more autos off, and lived on like 23 HP. Felt good. But I don't know. I like Yuumi Sivir. I like the fact that it literally allows Sivir to just like, you have Ignite, Ghost, Exhaust. Like, this is pretty much the Sivir goes balls to the wall and destroys your team. Like, the Sivir was 8-0 and 6 at one point.
Yep.
That's fucking terrifying.
But
I-
I'm guessing was it the attack speed on heal as well? For her, I would have to assume for the Yumi.
She built the Kim
Mikhail's?
Tech
Mhm.
and then Mikhail's. Or I think it was Mikhail's.
Hey,
then Kim
Mikhail's
Tech.
first item,
Mikhail's.
Mikhail's.
Yeah, Mikhail's
it had to be.
Tech.
Putrefier.
Yeah. So
I don't.
The only
He
reason
never
don't
even
like-
finished the mythic.
in my opinion, they didn't go Ardent because Silver went lethal tempo.
I mean that's but like
ignores
it's still
ignores attack speed cap.
I'm
So,
aware, but at the same time, as a support player, with the general longevity of the games, you're really only getting like 2 items out in the first place.
Well, yeah, but like the issue is that like.
And with the
You're
healing
not really
from
getting
the
a lot of-
Sona and the healing
But
from
you're not
Nila.
really getting value out of the Kim Tech Purifier until you
Yeah,
ulti.
because she wouldn't know. Because I believe healing the champion gives them the thing. Like there's
No
there's
way.
something
What?
weird
Not
with
sure
it.
on that. Not sure on that.
If that's the
I'm
case,
not
then
sure
yeah,
either.
that's fine. Because then she doesn't have to itemize. Like your
But
Sivir can
the
itemize pure damage.
The Q also applies it. It's not just.
Well,
the
it
ulti.
does, but it's no. It's not just the ulti, but like reliably, like you want that if you're going to be spreading it to multiple
But
champions.
at
or
the same time,
you've
though,
got one
like
specific
the
one. It's
second
not really...
item for enchanters have been Chemtech. It's just the first item. Just depends.
Yeah,
on whatever's
it
happening.
seems really. It's a weird one for me if you only reliably hit one target.
Mechanic check. Kim Tech does not apply to heals. The possible misguidance, it does apply to Nami W.
Nice.
That's what it is. Okay, so it's basically if
It was
there is
one of
damage
the
coming from the
enchanters.
well there's Nami and it would be
Nami
Lulu as
breaks
well then.
everything. It's fine.
It would probably be Lulu as well then with her the picks.
Picks, yes.
Okay,
Anything
so-
that enhance if your ability enhances their auto attack, yes.
Okay.
Excluding Zaya and Rakan's weird
Right.
W mechanic.
Okay, but like I don't know,
But yeah,
it works.
like,
That's fine. I honestly think that it's like the value you get out of it is pretty pathetically
as a
low.
support, what
I
else are
wouldn't
you gonna
put it
build,
on you.
though?
But what I just said, like you
What?
go ahead and you give your Sivir more attack speed. Like there's no reason not to. I would just give her more attack speed. I would 100% give her more attack
Hey,
speed over
so-
hoping that you land like the Q by the time it lands. I don't know. It's just it's
I guess
it's
to play
far
devil's-
fetched to really think it's gonna actually
play-
do much.
to play devil's advocate here, so I like dropping the Kim Tech in favor for Sivir just build Executioner. 1,000 gold, sure, sucks. But I would argue you probably get those stats anyways in the Ardent. So
Like, and she guarantees to hit multiple people with it on any physical.
You just-
any
at that
physical
point-
damage.
at that point you don't build your Phantom Dancer as soon as you do. You probably get that attack speed anyways off of Ardent. So I guess like you're probably getting that attack speed either way, I guess. But
I don't know.
don't know, regardless-
I don't think it's. I just think that like, if you're optimizing itemization, that Kim Tech's really bad on Yumi.
Yeah, but at the
I
same
think-
time, they're going. Our Silver's like 5-0, 8-0.
Yeah.
I think regardless, this was just a testament to Sivir is a monster right now.
Yeah, and
Right?
I
you might have over tweaked this one a little bit.
and I also think that the Yumi itemization for the first pick for the first item is really good. I think that's absolutely 100% fantastic.
I think this is literally Sivir click Ghost, click R, run at them. But what if I
would
die?
take-
I
yeah.
said run.
I would take this version of Yumi compositions over Morgana's most of the time. I think. I actually think this is broken.
I think this comp was really well done from 100 Thieves. I think it was a really solid comp. I think Trundle was just like a fill-in pick. Gwen's just really strong. Any world in which you get Ahri right now is phenomenal. And then this bot lane, I think this falls into like pseudo Twitch territory where you're like,
Yeah.
this is a ticking time bomb. You either
Well, with
beat
the-
it in
with the
20
Q
to 30 minutes
change.
or it will beat you.
The Q change is just terrifying.
Well, and the other thing that the Q change is
Like, it's bonkers, dude.
mind-boggling to me. I didn't realize the Q change until like I think
Where
I sat
it
down.
scales with crit now. It's
Yeah. Well, I sat down. I was like, okay, like I guess I missed. I didn't realize the Sivir got buffed, and I was like, hey, what were the buffs? And Lake was just
they
telling
zeried
me.
her. Like, it's wild, dude.
I was like, that's just absolutely dumb. But then the thing that like I think is almost somewhat forgotten is Sivir was already a late game monster. Like being able to throw an auto and crit 5 people,
Well,
and
I
then
mean,
be able to throw a Q and crit 5 people is already.
if you built her like a carry, she was a monster late game.
Yeah.
The problem was that everyone was building her to spike mid game, early to mid, which was just going to be always lethality, and lethality Sivir does not scale.
I love this Sivir. I like the way it looks. I love this comp. I love particularly this bot lane. It looks amazing. I think it looks better into an untested bot lane. I like this new champion. I don't like it that much.
Yeah, I also think, by the way, that I still say Trundle picked where it is in the composition is, I don't want to say troll because then we start getting into pun territory. I want to leave that alone, but it's not good.
Ben can have that one.
It's not good.
I think it falls. I think we talked about last week. Like they picked Akali because fuck it, we can. They picked Trundle because fuck it, they can.
Or did they pick Trundle saying they'll never pick Poppy now? I mean, you're correct, but you're still stuck with the Trundle. Like I don't like Trundle unless you have a reason or a way to use his ulti.
Subjugate. I don't know. I think you're putting a little too little value on the pillar and the frozen domain. I think those are really strong.
Frozen domain is strong, but frozen domain, like if you get rid of the possibility for the Sivir to be sped up by the Yuumi and to just go off on this game,
so
I think that the Sona is just honestly too good into Trundle specifically.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have a way to be tanky enough to live, like you can kite back almost infinitely against Trundle.
Well,
like it's not great. It really isn't.
And this is where I'm going to be like, I don't like this untested bot lane.
Yeah.
This new champion, Neela, she wants to go in. Silas wants to go in. Wukong wants to go in. Nara wants to go in. Sona ain't joining that party, boys. Like, nope.
No, not really. Like, she can facilitate you going in and start everything off.
Yeah.
But like then you have the Yuumi pick against that is good. Like I said, I like most of what 100 Thieves had. I still think that the Trundle was extremely exploitable, but C9 clearly had the pick that they wanted to play.
They had the idea what they wanted to do.
And I don't think that it was going to change regardless of what they saw. So I personally think that 100 Thieves comp was good with one potentially exploitable exception, but it was like what they had collectively was good enough into what C9 had.
I was just excited to see it.
I will say to the end of this game, honestly, the top 4 or 5 teams, if you have 8 wins at this point, you're locked into playoffs, right? Yes, seeding is a huge matter when it comes to playoffs. I just want to see the top teams push the boundaries a little bit, get a little bit more fighting, push, risk a little bit. If you lose the fight, you lose the fight. But now come playoffs, like, hey, we tried this before, it didn't pan out. This is how we have to fix it next time. And I think that's kind of what C9's been doing the past couple weeks, is they're testing their limits on what they can or cannot do. So it's going to be very interesting seeing them in the playoffs. Because realistically, we're in the playoffs, we can't get first. Fuck it, let's pull some stuff out. Let's be the first team to pull out.
Ideally, you get 4th place, right?
Okay. Well,
ideally, you at least get 4th place.
Okay, so I guess in lieu of that line of thinking, right? So just just for funsies because like now my brain's thinking about it. So Pin is like I would argue Pin probably you have the most top lane knowledge out of all of us. Like I'm not it. What are like some of the picks you're like these aren't picks we're seeing? It's not really meta fitting, but something that's like okay, this could work in this situation. You'd like to be able to see like teams branch out and be like, is this a pick that could work? Not Kale. Say Kale,
Not
I swear to
Kale?
God, I will return your beer.
Well, you've already put in your mouth to send to me, so it's whatever.
Just to say one, just so we get into the third game. Set, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, Set was great.
Yep.
I
And,
think is a pick. It's kind of underutilized in the top, especially for what is
I
being played.
like it as a counter pick. I love it as a counter pick.
Yes. Not
And
as
it
a, not
needs
as
to
a
stay.
blind
Out of
pick.
Gwen, that's
for
surprising
sure
to
not
me.
a blind pick.
That poor Gwen, like shit. I thought Olaf and Jax was like the kryptonite, but shit.
Well, Whippo's just a fucking monster if you don't put him in the ground.
I do like seeing some whip over Stoke though. Like,
That is some wide Whippo versus Big Dokes, man.
so,
I'll take that matchup any day of the week.
But
Can we just have
like,
that be the game? Let them ARAM it?
It's just like fun to see like some of these picks. Like, can teams get things like Kindred to work? This is gonna sound weird, but like I could argue there's a world where Teemo's in actually a good spot to see a lot of
I
action.
think so too. Like that's the sad part. I think so too.
Talking about Kindred Champions queue, there's a couple AD carries that are practicing Kindred as AD carry.
Yeah, I've seen her in the bot lane because she's just like effectively a strong character right now. She's strong in the jungle or she's strong in the AD carry. Like you got to be careful. Like as an AD carry, if she marks you in the lane, you can't lose that 2v2 now. Otherwise, you give up so much.
Yep.
Well, was it last split or last season? We saw her in the mid lane quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't really want to see it, but Urgot, we haven't seen him at all with some.
I don't know that we should really. Like I actually think he might be another one that's decent into Gwen. The problem is that he's
percent damage would be really good.
But the problem with him, just in general right now, he is honestly not fantastic against the stronger bot lanes. Like he's not great into hyper carries at all.
No, he's absolutely terrible.
Like people who outrange him and can tear through some health, like
he's bad in Dinar. Just saying he's not good in Dinar. Like you would be counterpicking pretty you'd have to counterpick during the pick.
I think Urgot, I would love to see him as like a counter to the Ornn or something.
I mean, we're not saying
any of those here.
Tank. I understand
we're saying like
but yeah, Urgot, I would love to see. I would love to see more Mordekaiser in the top lane. I think Mordekaiser could be really strong.
Zach is the one. Can we please stop Sejuani and just bring Zach in?
Zach is just effectively a better.
He's just a better Sejuani, man.
I'm waiting for Pantheon to get through the bans because he got buffed.
He got buffed. We got to see him LEC G2. In the jungle with the Talia mid lane.
G2 played him as well, I believe. I think Yanko's played him.
Rogue didn't. Rogue got it.
Yeah.
This is a really kind of I think
Me2 did not get it. They play it with Sylas mid lane against Fnatic.
Yeah, but they still
I don't think that it's really that good with. So I think you need a kind of a ranged burst threat to pair with Pantheon.
Well, they buffed his really clear. So he just needs someone who can lock down so he can get the second setup.
Yeah.
Didn't he lock down to give Talia the setup, and then like the whole point of that?
Yeah, that
was the old one, but with the changes on Talia, it's not as important now.
It's not as effective.
Because if anyone pokes someone or tosses someone over those rocks, they're stunned.
Right.
It's just a great combo still.
I guess with the
even
changes,
if they lost.
I guess with the changes, the point is now they can't dash away. Like if they're in the field, there's no dashing. They can still just flash and pray.
Yeah.
But like you can't dash.
A lot of Jarvan top. That got a pretty big AD buff.
I still like the Jarvan jungle over the Jarvan top.
Yeah, I don't think
Agreed.
we're really ever gonna see Jarvan
though,
top where
He
things
did
are right
good
now.
in EU.
I mean, it's not a bad
Doesn't
pick.
mean I like it.
I mean, it may not be a bad pick, but I don't.
Weird things tend to work in EU.
EU is a weird region.
Like,
Yeah, well,
there's
they're
like
also
weird.
the region that only allows the top 6, not the top 8, which that's a whole other fucking discussion.
Look, we have to even the playing field here in NA. Okay,
yeah, 'cause
realistically, there's not a huge
not
a huge difference between top 8 or top 10 and top
we need
4. It's
the
not a big
4-win
difference
team to go face off against the fucking 14-win team. Yeah.
You know what? If they win in the playoffs, then yes, we do.
I'm just saying, if it's an Immortals versus EG game, I'm not 100% convinced. Like, I would not say 100% of the time EG wins that.
I think in my opinion, and I will obviously talk about it later, is I think having it as top 6 over top 8 promotes healthier competition rather than just giving a participation trophy for everybody. Like, that's all NA has become.
Participation for everyone but 9 to 10.
I would say that in general, that's correct. The problem that I have right now is that, like, for the format, I think the format's bad. For us, I think it's actually kind of fortunate because there's a chance that one of our best teams right now is Immortals.
No.
Like,
ooh, that's a stretch.
No.
That is a hot
after
take
this
if I've ever
weekend.
heard one.
Not after this weekend.
No, I'm being genuinely serious that I do not think that when you go 4th place on down, if we're saying that
okay, I can see where his
if we're saying 100 Thieves, EG, and let's just say TL, or do we want to even say TL right? No, we want to say CLG
well, if you're saying
or what?
4th place down, it includes Team Liquid.
Yeah,
they're tied for 3rd.
Well, but I'm saying that, like, realistically, if you're looking at, well, I don't mean top 3 as in like standings. I mean just like who you're considering to be performance-wise top 3.
Which right now I would argue is our top 4.
So if we go top 4, right? 5th, 6th, like, what is the difference between 5th and 8th right now?
I
like realistically.
when he puts it that way, I like that argument's very valid. I can see Immortals winning against C9, FlyQuest, TSM. They just beat Golden Guardians.
Beat C9.
Yeah.
But at the same
So,
time,
like,
it
his
always
argument's
comes
valid
down
there.
to who shows up, right?
Right. And so having the option for more teams to be able to show up
Nah.
right now is okay, but like in general, like I said, I agree with you that the format kind of sucks. It's just it may actually be better for us to have 8 teams rather than 6 for this specific playoffs.
We are still in a world though where if Immortals hits
they
8
always
and
have
goes
8.
to Worlds, I'd rather just not go.
What was that?
Like I said, we'll talk about it again because we're gonna have a period for playoffs.
Well, sorry, but because the reason I brought it up, the reason I brought all that up was because of the picks that I wanted to see, like the Kindred. I want to see more Pains. I want to see more Leases. I want to see these things. I want to see Zed. Like, sorry, if you're willing to pick a Kali, just fucking pick Zed. Yeah. Go full send with it, please.
I could understand if you're EG 100 Thieves because you're currently tied in the standings, not to go too wild, go super standard, see who can take first. But with the teams that are 2 behind, yes, you could still do that. But it's like you could still pick, like change up one pick. You could still pull out something random, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You weren't going to get first anyway, right?
Where's that really like super like CLG came out the gate being like, we're gonna play Seraphine. Other teams like, why? Oh, that's why. Where's that CLG? Like, the CLG who's like, we're gonna play this and it's really good. You don't know. No, like unfortunately you're not seeing that out of the top teams, and I'd love to see it. I think that Kane is really strong right now. I'd like to see some of these teams pick it up, and I think it allows for a lot of.
I think you'd
have to ban the turret. He clicks R.
I think you'd have to ban the Poppy.
I would agree. You probably have to ban the Poppy.
If you're letting Poppy through, there's no way you're letting.
That does hurt. Kane. But these teams that are like, we're gonna pick a Kali. Just pick Zed.
I mean, honestly, though, like, think about Kane versus a team like CLG if you ban Poppy.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a potentially really good answer into most of what CLG has been doing just in general.
Dokla, like, you're under your turret again. Here we go. We're going to dive you. And Kane starts it off. He clicks R and resets the entire turret aggro. Like,
yeah.
Awesome. And Elise isn't that bad of a champion right now. Also a tower.
No, actually,
I want to see these. I want to see these.
Sorry, go ahead.
I want to see these teams build something around. Like, we see so many teams playing the long con or the like really waiting it out. And I know that Riot keeps saying, "Oh, but we're changing dragons to initiate teams to actually fight in the early game more." Well, there's still champions in the game that allow you to force early in the game. We're just not seeing them.
Yeah, but at the same time,
it's
do you
not
know
that
how
they're
many
weak.
dragons are delayed out their brains right now because of that increase on health?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't promote early game fighting. They're delaying early game fighting, even though they want everybody to fight fucking early.
That's not the change I was talking about. Like they have not fully come out and said what they're going to do.
No, they flat out said because of the healing changes and the durability, they wanted people to fight earlier. Yeah. They didn't want First Bloods to be 20 minutes. But yeah, we're getting a little bit more First Bloods, but not because of like team fighting over dragons or anything like that. So
there's been multiple casts in which particularly, I don't know if he's supposed to be, but Kobe in particular, Freak a couple of times, have alluded to changes to the dragon to make them more lucrative earlier on in the game.
No,
because right now it does feel.
No, it happened. That's on this current patch. The increase of health was also an increase to stats. So it was I can't remember if it was Mountain or Infernal, but it went from 2% to 3%. That is on the current patch. Yeah. But because of the increased health on Dragon, unless teams are getting the early kills on like a side lane or they're just completely stomping somewhere, nobody wants to fucking touch them.
Well, that initiates more. It's like, okay, so they're worth more now. Yeah, they're a little bit more health, but you want to get the kills. Dive the turret. Take your volley bear. Turn it off. Fuck up the bot lane.
Nah, volley bear's in the trash right now.
Wait, you still
have Elise. You still have other things that can turret dive that teams aren't using.
Yeah,
you can still dive with Jarvan. You can dive with a bunch of stuff. You actually have to coordinate. Surprise, surprise. Like, if you want to dive bot lane, dive bot lane. Dive at 4v2. Just dive it. You just like actually have to hard force the dive. We talked about this like week 1, week 2. LPL, their playstyle didn't change. Right? They're still diving. They have never stopped. They have to add like an extra body every now and again. That's it. That's the only thing that they've changed.
I think in order for NA to stand a chance, like any form of a chance, going into Worlds, the teams right now at the top of the standings feel very non-proactive. They understand the macro of the game and win that way. Yeah. If we want to face off against LPL, LCK, they're gonna tear us up under the turret, not at the dragon.
No, agreed. Because they're gonna make it so you can't contest the dragon.
Yep.
Because you're gonna be dead.
They're gonna make a play. There's just more exciting picks, and it might be just like the fact that the chaotic neutral in me that I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking play Shaco. Why? Because fuck you. But I want to see these picks that change the way other teams play. These teams are getting very comfortable in the way they're playing right now. Yeah. And the way we're playing is not the way they're.
We see that for BG. They've lost 2 games in the past 2 weeks.
Yep. Like when they lost to CLG that first week, or the second week.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see
comfort.
I don't want to see EG do it because I have 100 Thieves on the top of my standings. So calm down with that. But no, I think it'd just be fun to see. I think as a region, if we want to succeed, that's something we need to move towards.
Some of our teams need to be willing to play proactive and not reactive.
And that team needs to not be named Dignitas because they can't.
Though I do like Kurt bringing up, I'd like to see Elise back, and that would open up different picks in other lanes.
Yeah,
because
nobody's doing AP junglers right now.
No, it's all about the AD.
Well, AD or tank.
Well, where's
Tank,
Diana?
You mean
Diana
AD or Poppy?
play Diana then. Like Diana has a stupid Sunfire
No,
build that
there's
everyone keeps.
Trundle. You don't want to.
Yeah, that Bruiser Diana build is fucking
There's
gross.
a
If you're willing to
Poppy.
play Poppy into Trundle, you'll play fucking Diana
Yeah,
into
I know.
Trundle. Don't bring that
Yeah.
up.
But after our tangents, good job, TL. You finally had a 2-0 week. Only took
The
So was it-
faithful have been
Was
rewarded.
it like an actual stomp, or
Shut
was
up,
it one of those things where they just?
Oh yeah, they were in control the whole game.
Oh
Good.
yeah,
Whippo,
it was.
because
was a
of the
thrashing.
control Whippo had top lane and the multiple outplays he had on set with just staying alive and still getting kills, they controlled the game.
This when you look at
Yeah, I'm
TL's
watching
comp,
highlights right now. So
when you look at TL's like just the names. If you just looked at names, this is how you would expect the games to go. So if they could play like this, awesome.
Yeah,
Like
Whippo
if they
had
play
two
like this,
huge outplay moments in this game,
It-
in my
yeah.
opinion.
like every lane firing on full cylinders,
damn.
it didn't matter.
Yep, there
it was
it is.
literally
There's
just
the
say,
gore
hey,
drinker.
we
Yep.
outplaced.
Oh,
Outplaced.
That was
Jesus.
the first one. He does it
Jesus.
again, by the way, and they still killed like 4 people on each. Like,
Oh, and there he is getting whippoed one time at tier 2.
he falters like twice just because it's Whippo, but
I guess it's understandable though. Like he's attacking one person. They just had like 3 people roam down bot. There's no way he guesses the jungler's there. That's understandable. I'll give him that one. I don't think that's his fault. He guessed wrong.
yeah, Bjergsen played a lot better. Whippo definitely MVP in this game now.
He was weak side too on this one.
Yeah, 100%. Well, yeah.
So
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Good.
Yep. It's how you expect their team comp to play out, which is awesome. But the more fun game to talk about would be the next.
Why did they try diving Whippo again after he was already 3-1? Why? Why did they decide to dive him again? I don't understand. That actually kind of boggles my mind. He was really strong.
You know,
Like I get it, the casters like incorrectly thought he was just gonna randomly die when he shielded and hit someone with the center, like because he stuns in, shields for the true damage, and he hadn't hit it yet, so he gore drinkered and just popped somebody.
Yep.
and then they're like, oh, maybe he doesn't die.
Yeah, he does.
It's like,
he does that
yeah,
again,
no,
by the way.
he doesn't die.
Yeah, he does that again, by the way.
Jeez. 'Cause it doesn't work once he gets Gore Drinker, by the way. That's
Yeah.
that very rarely works once he gets Gore Drinker. You have to really you have to get him to use his shield earlier, or you have to let it fall off. Like you can't. That's not something you can do. That's wild.
With
Holy
how
crap.
much trouble they were having with the shield, maybe I know it's an off-meta item pick, but Inspired might have grabbed Serpent's Fang to break the shield.
No,
I
he
don't
can't.
think that.
Trundle can't get that. That way, that
No, not
completely. You said inspired.
Wukong.
Yeah, he was
Or
Wukong.
Wu. Now a bad item for Wukong in my opinion. Even
Well,
if
it's
you
a-
have someone with a shield.
Well, I just don't think that. Like I don't think you can fight into the shield that he has. Like if he's that far ahead,
Yeah, but
I don't think that you can do
but
it
if
because
the
like when
Serpent
he
Fang
killed him at
actually
the tower.
works against it, it instantly breaks the shield. That's why Penn is saying.
Oh, does it insta break? I thought it just gave you extra damage like it used to.
I think it insta breaks.
I thought it was just
it
extra
did.
damage
Let's
into shields.
see.
I thought it did. It
Dealing
might have-
damage to an enemy champion injects them with venom for 3 seconds, reducing any shields they gain within the duration by 50% for melee, 35% ranged.
Oh,
if
that's
it's not
actually not
affected-
bad.
If it's not already affected by the venom, it reduces all their active shielding by the same amount.
Yeah, not bad, but what item do you replace on a Wukong? That
Like-
item's gonna break Wukong as a champion.
I'm just throwing ideas.
I know.
What's item number 2 for Wu usually?
Is it like Sterix or... No, not Sterix
No,
isn't
nobody
item 2
goes
anymore.
Sterix. Is it Black Cleaver?
It might be Cleaver.
I just got here. What?
You're good.
Okay, so if it's Cleaver, then how much gold is Serpents? Because you have the full complete Serpents, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, complete
Which
cost
means
is
then
2,600.
you're, like sitting on some random lethality and
Item 2 is either Death Stance or Cleaver.
Yeah, nope. I don't think that you can
Nope,
itemize
you can't
against
give up
it.
either of those.
I don't think you can itemize against that with the champions that they had.
nope.
You and their blue he was blue side, so pick number 5, was that a top lane pick in slot 5 for red side, or was it
So for EG, picks 4 and 5 were Rakan and Zaya. Set was picked
Oh, so
for
their top side was
BL
all set. No, they
Yeah,
were
what-
fucked. They were straight fucked by this pick. That was just a really good pick, and they didn't even think it was an option. So on this one, you just have to say draft diff. Good job, Whippo.
Yep. And
Whip
Like
over
Whippo did
there.
a good job.
I think you just have to say that, and you also have to kind of criticize EG for trying to keep it down once it got slightly ahead, because the more you funnel into it, the worse,
the worse
it
it
gets.
get.
Yep. Wide
There's
Whippo
more
in
big
effect.
minions coming down my lane.
Yeah. Wide Whippo was definitely in effect that game.
Yeah.
The
no,
widest
that's
of
rough.
Whippos.
That's
he was
rough.
rift wide, man. Rift wide Whippo.
That was actually no, not gonna lie, that's actually a Giga Brain pick. Like that's insane, and it's not something that I would have thought to pick either.
Why I like
100% not.
Fudge and Whippo, because they will do picks like that, and that's why I get irritated when I see Fudge on a freaking Gnar and Whippo on a Gnar. Like,
I mean,
you see how
okay.
few Gnar games Whippo has played though,
No,
compared to everybody
he
else.
plays so well, because the thing is that, and this is what this is something that LS mentioned about Whippo specifically, was that he's like, I don't know, this guy just he really tries to find what the correct pick is for the situation as a whole, and he's really good at doing so.
Yeah, because he's willing to play it. He's willing to practice it. He's willing to say,
Yeah.
screw it, throw me on this champion. I'll make it work.
He's like, I know that this will work, and that's good. Like, even if it doesn't work, I don't care whether it works every time. Does it work more often than not? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
So like,
You either get this wide Whippo game, or you get a very flattened Whippo like last week.
which is fine, because like you're not gonna get, like I said, you're not gonna get wide Whippo unless, you get flat Whippo from time to time. We'll call him Fwappo.
Every so often, Whippo turns to the side and you realize he's just like flattened out. That's why he's so
Thin.
wide.
Thin Whippo.
Like, it's actually just paper Whippo. He's either really wide or really thin.
But,
It's
like,
not an in between.
To be fair to Whippo, right?
Pretty
Even when
two-dimensional.
even when he's off, his team should be decent enough
Yeah.
to let him
last
just
week
then
he
play
was
weak
like
side and not
0
fucking
He was what, like 0-7 and TL still won, so
yeah.
Because they attacked Whippo, they left bot lane to do their thing.
Yeah,
this-
and that's
this game,
that's
they're
what I was
like,
saying earlier.
let's attack Whippo, and Whippo said, I can handle it this time.
He's like, I'm gonna pick the one thing that will definitely not lose to anything you throw at me this game.
They all finally playing like where they should be. Yay.
Yeah, we'll see what they do in Super Week though. We finally
I don't.
get a 2-0
You
week.
don't. They
Not
go
enough.
3-0 in Super Weeks.
They-
Like, Super Weeks are our jam. It's like, fuck off.
How'd they go last Super Week?
3-0.
They went 3-0.
Did they?
Yeah,
oh, they did. They literally
Remember?
like just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The-
they
the
were like
CRV.
they're angry for
Yeah.
some
They're
reason.
angry.
They
Yeah,
were
well-
supercharged
Yeah,
that weekend.
Well, there was a lot of teams that went 3-0 that week. So
The difference between a new battery and an old battery, clearly. God
Yep.
damn.
So, would you say Golden Guardian's battery is dying?
No, I would say it's probably been dead.
it's just dead.
It's
They
been
don't
dead
know
for a
what
while. Like
Think-
their opening salvo, that was their
Leader
highest
wasn't
level.
on Akali.
Woo.
Okay, yay.
Like,
You see how excited both of us are about that. Like, I feel like this is almost the Dignitas effect, where like it's weird because they did pick up wins, but like where Dignitas is like, you know what, fuck it, sell off our players, fuck this season. Like,
I don't think they sold anybody. I think they just swapped.
They swapped.
Yeah, I think a Blaze just got put to Academy, and
yeah, he got moved to Academy.
Oh no, I was talking about Dignitas, who's like just trading off their players for.
Yeah.
When we're like, what the fuck are you all doing? You literally just traded your best player.
Which the funny thing is, Dignitas can make playoffs now. Like
they actually pick up wins. It's like we're making fun of them.
I feel bad for both Pride Stalker and for River.
If Dig make playoffs, it is going to be worse than Misfits if Misfits can make Worlds.
Because
Misfits slot has already been sold, but Misfits is in the middle of the pack and is currently making playoffs.
Yes. I will say, by the way, my previous argument about, potential caliber of teams, I rescind that argument if Dignitas makes it into top 8.
No.
That entire argument, I just acknowledge is full of shit. If Dignitas makes top 8,
die my fucking Dignitas makes it. I don't.
If there exists a 5-game series that we're subjected to, I will find, I don't know, I'll find someone streaming tennis.
Yo, leave me alone. Why are you attacking me today? Daisy woke up and said, "Fuck Panda." Fuck this guy.
Violence has been chosen.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have quite the episode about the playoffs.
No man.
Dignitas better not be in playoffs, or I will be so sad.
Yeah, but the issue is even if they are in playoffs, they're not facing a top 6 team right away.
No, they're gonna play whoever's
in the losers,
third
so
place.
they have to face. No, they're 7th and 8th sit down and losers, and then they're gonna face whoever loses in the first round.
Oh, okay.
And Jet is currently sitting in the same boat that I'm in, doing. Please, TSM, can you find some way to go top 5?
No,
please.
Fuck it, TSM. At this point, TSM does not deserve it.
Then who does, Curtis?
Nobody deserves any of
top
this.
5.
I'm just gonna play the top 4. Fuck this shit.
Playoffs is gonna be very interesting conversations for sure.
But
good job, Immortals. You won a close game that. Ooh, you might make playoffs. Good job.
If any of the top 5 or the bottom 5 teams, I'm hard pressed to not take Immortals on those. Cloud9, TSM, GG, Dignitas, those are the way Immortals is looking. I don't know. They might take them. They're playing better, and these other teams are just not.
Say all this stuff, but look at what they did against freaking Dig.
That's
exactly
That's what makes it feel worse.
Exactly why I don't want to because I felt that's why I didn't. I don't know. It's why I was uncomfortable picking them. This week is I felt that
Immortals is the best worst team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible to have to say.
Close, but at the same time, I feel they have G2 mentality, right? They can play at the level of the competition they're playing at, but they can't figure out how to get the win off of it.
I mean, except for against EG, apparently.
You see, they beat C9. Did they beat EG too?
No.
It was just C9, wasn't it?
It was C9. That was their first win.
Yeah, no, EG was the game. The EG was the game where they played well, but they couldn't get the win. That's what it was.
EG was the game where we all at the end of it said, "Did EG really win that though?"
Yeah, no.
That looked like a big hit to the ego. Please take a D6 of damage to your ego.
Yeah, and then we've seen EG lose a few games since then.
Yeah.
But
everybody catching up.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Super Week's gonna be really.
I don't want
Dude,
to.
I gotta.
telling.
I want to see something really good out of VG. I want to see something really good out of TL.
I'm fine with ending the week right here. Just saying.
At this point in time. Hell,
no, you don't want to talk about that next game. No.
Can we get a really good weekend out of 100 Thieves next to round 2, so I can at least feel a little bit better about the fact they're going to wind up in 3rd place or 2nd place? They're not going first. I swear to God, there's no way they fucking go first.
If who goes first? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Hey, yeah, don't worry about it. Anyways.
Yeah, I think so. Give
Well,
me shit.
good job, Immortals, and good job, TSM. You
just-
beat Dig. Good.
Yeah, we could.
All right.
We could end at that. All right. So whatever else.
Dig is now really gonna have to win some games to make playoffs.
Yeah, I think TSM was probably their easiest win out of the last 5 games, and they lost that one. So rough.
Yeah, I mean,
It wasn't a close game.
they're only 1 game behind 8th, so you never know.
No. Why are we this close? Why is it even?
Because
an
we live
option?
in the top 8. That's why. If we were saying top 6, they are 4 games behind.
Yeah, they can't make top 6. But like, there's a world. I guess I am okay living in a world in which Dignitas could make playoffs, but CLG could make first seed. I'm okay with that.
CLG.
I'm
8,
not.
9, 10, 11,
Just because
12.
the fact that Dignitas making playoffs
If
is a
100 Thieves
monumental
and EG lose
failure.
all of their games, the CLG wins, they are first.
I mean, they're 2 games behind, so EG would
I'm
have
sorry,
to
Kurt.
drop a game for and
Panda, I
CLG would
apologize.
have to win.
Facts are facts, though. Okay.
oh, it ain't
No.
happening. I'm not
They'd
dumb.
have
No.
to drop 3. EG would have
Yeah,
to drop 3.
EG and 100 Thieves would have to lose out. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which
Mhm.
is not going to happen because, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how well or not 100 Thieves does. They will win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That had to hurt coming out of your mouth.
What? It's exactly what I was saying, like, for a little while now. Just because I refuse to bet on them ever doesn't change the fact that they're probably still going to win because everyone else is that much worse. Like, that's just what it is.
You know what would be the like icing on the cake is if like we talk all the shit about how LCS is like looking really shitty, they're doing really terrible. These other teams come to NA, and like NA finally shows up at an international event.
You know, I like
it's
this
on
world that
home
you're living in.
turf.
I love this world that you're living in right now,
No,
Kurt.
we call this home turf buff.
No, that doesn't exist.
No.
The last time we were in NA,
It was the
did
most
not look good.
embarrassing.
I know.
The most embarrassing show I think we've ever had.
I am pretty sure that on the news, like somebody mistakenly put up that like America was like invaded by a foreign
Foreign
power
powers.
for the first time in forever during the finals when it was held in NA. So
Yeah,
calm
and-
down
First time
there.
since
And,
World War II.
Every fan of
Pearl Harbor.
every fan of the NALCS said, "Oh, thank God."
But
All right.
no, it'll just be funny. I don't think it'll happen. Just like I don't think CLG is taking first. It's just one of those like I could win the lottery, but it ain't happening. It's fun to live in a world where that's a possibility, I guess.
Speaking of worlds of possibilities, you ready to?
Don't ask me who's going to World. I'm not answering that question right now.
No, we got to talk about that when we talk about who's going to win playoffs.
I'm less excited about that.
Well, are you excited to discuss the first pick of Super Week?
Yeah, because that's easy. It's the rest of them I don't want.
Okay, so not saying he's actually going to like make legitimate picks because we know he's never going to take 100 Thieves. I might as well give
in
you
the first game.
See, like
No.
I was gonna pick 100
I wanted to give you
the
guys the
week that
breakdowns on how close everybody is, but because he's been trolling and not picking 100 Thieves, it's put him in this rough situation. So it's a matter of if he's gonna give up on his hubris and actually
I think
freaking.
No, here's the
picks.
thing. I was going to originally, but then Kurt's like, "Well, didn't you say X?" I'm like, "Yeah, fine, fuck it, fine."
Yo, like mental. I play Shaco. Mental warfare is my goal.
So
Am I there? No, but my box is there.
the current standings going into Super Week obviously there's a potential for these to swing very heavily if the picks go our way, right? Because we found out when I had the 10-0 week that I fucking skyrocketed in points. So
and I took off in the first super week with CLG.
yeah,
Super week is a lot of points.
so I am currently leading at 50 to 25 in predictions with 68 points.
Impressive.
I'm pretty sure you lose because you're not at 69.
Penn is in second
You have a chance. Only 1 point this week.
at 46 at 46 and 29 on predictions and 65 points.
This was a good week for me.
This is where it gets close.
Yo, leave me alone.
Curtis is in third, 45 and 30 on predictions with 57 points. Daisy is in fourth at 41 and 34 on predictions, but has 56 points.
1 point. Is that with the 4 points from this week?
That is adding the 4 points.
Yeah, that's adding the 4 points.
So
Yeah, he
imagine
had
Kurt has
52.
spent 6 points.
I've
He had-
spent 6
he had
points.
52
I'm the only one who spent 6.
prior.
I'm the only one who spent points. You bunch
Yes.
of pansies.
Because you were comfortable where you were.
I live and die by like the just. What's
And you're
Curtis
not-
doing?
you're not
Diving
in
2
last,
towers.
so-
Like I either win or I lose.
You're
Like,
not last,
that's
so it
the
doesn't
only
matter.
option.
Well, the other thing is you were in first, and you stayed in first when you spent your points. I didn't get into first place until like 2 weeks ago. Like I was still,
Yeah, no.
I was still throwing fists with Daisy
Well,
for fucking last place.
Yeah, like I want to say like there was like 1 week of was the turning point. I think I had a week where I picked out. I could have put in 12 points on solo victories, and I got none of them.
Yep.
That was like the turning point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's still close, by the way,
When you
especially
swapped
with 3
you
days.
actually
of
saved Lake on a
picks.
couple of those picks, by the way.
I saved Pin. I fucked Lake. I saved Pin.
Yeah, he was the one that changed it on me the first time.
Yep, and I.
Oh,
I
that's
made
one of
that
those
one.
you had a good.
And then he made it so I could have picked TL and gave me a point.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gave him points.
Fuck UTL, like and everything. They like
Yeah.
lost. They lost the game I thought they'd win, and they won the game I thought they'd lose, and so they fucked me that weekend.
Yeah. Penn
Them
went up
and
in
their
points
mama.
because he got a couple solo victories this
Solo
Had
bolos.
last week.
I was
Hey.
8-2 this week.
Yeah.
Can I petition to have those called like affectionately named solo bolos?
Yeah, we can call them solo bolos.
I'm down.
I like it.
We can I don't know, maybe I'll feel spicy enough to see who's the best at solo bolos.
Me.
Is that good?
That's
Is that
all
gonna
my
be?
points. That's all my points. Fucking fight me on that right now. Again, I either win or I lose terribly. It's not the in between.
So realistically, even though there's a 14-point difference between first and last, that 14 points means nothing going into Super Week with 3 days of games.
Again, there
I
was a week-
disagree. It still means 14 points.
It does mean 14. But I will say there was a week in 3 games I could have made up 12 points.
Yes. Yeah. So
So those were not
we
solo
will
bolos.
kick off
They were
day
not.
1, final Super Week, Summer 2022. Final week, Super Week, TL versus Dignitas.
Anyone
Yo.
else taking dig aside from Kurt?
Fuck that shit. I don't need points that bad.
All right, pretty pony.
I said I could win the lottery. I didn't say I was.
I think Penn's gonna be riding out in a CRV.
I think Penn has to take dig. Like, just out of
Fuck
principle.
no, I never take dig. I don't take dig out of
Hey,
principle.
hey, stat man, go back and tell me. Have you ever bet against TL?
No, not unless
Fuck.
you force me to.
You are a true fan because I can say I have bet
You
against.
bet
CLG.
against CLG all the time.
I would like to point out I'm right on most of those. I think I had the highest CLG like correct predictions.
So
Yes,
TL
you
across
did.
the board.
Your
Yeah,
informant
on
is
that
good,
one.
dude. I'm not gonna lie there.
Shut up. Me and Dokes go way back.
Big D. That's how he got his name.
That's what fucking TL gave me the week before.
Second game, just as hard of a decision as the first game. Evil Geniuses versus Golden Guardians.
Yo, GG looked terrible. Oh my god. No. Well, I'm taking EG.
Yeah, I feel like that one's a given.
You want to spit up that screen though, like.
Yeah.
If it's not EG, I don't know, dude. There's something wrong.
If it's not EG, I don't want to be here. Like, I don't want.
I'm pretty sure we just moved to if EG loses that game, we just moved to LEC for Super Week. We just get out of here.
I'm just moving. Like, yo, I'm now living in Switzerland. Thanks, guys.
Dude, honestly, I think only Game 5 is going to be our hardest decision game, by the way. Game 3 is Flag Quest versus 100 Thieves.
Flag Quest.
I'm taking 100. You taking Flag Quest?
Hell yeah.
You think Takoi is finally going to show up? You think Super Week's the week?
Bad.
I don't know. I just like green.
Daisy? Oh no.
Maybe someone else on the team will show up.
I'm here.
Flag Quest.
The issue is, here's the problem. The moment that I actually take 100 Thieves, you realize they're gonna lose, right? Like, it's guaranteed to happen. So there's a part of me that just wants to pick 100 Thieves so that they'll lose.
I mean, do you continue the trend?
Come on, Daisy.
Honestly,
Give it to the spite.
Well, my thing is this. I honestly think that FlyQuest should, like, I think that this was kind of an anomaly for how they had been playing. I do think that they're probably good enough to be able to win. I will pick FlyQuest, mostly because I need points, and I know that 2 other people aren't going to pick FlyQuest.
I'm taking 100 Thieves. Even though it might be an anomaly, 100 Thieves has just been leveling up as well. So
I wanted to stay quiet because I didn't want to be accused of bullying Daisy into not picking 100 Thieves.
No. I'm not gonna accuse you. You did it once, and then you just left it alone, and that's fair. I wasn't like I said. I just went along with it because, like, who cares? I don't really like the team anyways, so regardless of the fact that, like, and I have for the most part accurately called when they were going to win games anyways.
Yeah.
no.
Like, you're aware they're gonna win.
Dude, I am very, very much aware.
Yeah.
But I do think that there is a, like, even outside of the memes for a second here, I do think that there's a pretty decent chance that FlyQuest wins this game.
As long as Takoi can show up or someone can step up in his absence.
I don't think there's
possible,
anyone to step up in his absence.
But the issue is
you
in this specific game, he has to step up. Abadage has looked way too good the past few weeks. You just have to have the mid laner.
But like, isn't this the whole thing? Wasn't it FlyQuest that I said 100 Thieves should win if they don't win this game? Like, I'm not going them again. It was 100 Thieves FlyQuest, right? And that was when FlyQuest started to look good afterwards.
It was whenever Daisy's last 100 Thieves.
Yeah,
So,
the
like,
funny thing is FlyQuest lost the next game to TSM.
Yeah, but they started getting, but like that was also one of the games where you said that
they beat Dignitas, then they beat Golden Guardians, then they lost to EG, and then they lost to Cloud9, and then they lost to CLG, and then they lost to TL.
They lost to all the top level teams. I want to point out, like, Jesus Christ.
So,
All the teams that don't fuck up, they just lose
was
to.
like
So
the last team,
analysis on point,
top
Daisy.
team that they beat, but it's possible. Yeah, Takoi needs to show up though for me, and he hasn't the past 2 weeks, so I can't.
Wait, 'cause that was
Last week looked really rough for him.
yeah.
I can't reliably do it.
Like I honestly think that it's where things are right now. If Takoi doesn't show up, then 100 Thieves just wins. Like, it doesn't even matter how good the rest of the team plays. I don't think it's possible for Fly to win games against top teams if any of their members are dragging them down.
Yep.
I think they all have to play extremely well.
Speaking of particular point dragging a team down, do we think CLG is going to be able to outdraft TSM? Because it has been the drafts that normally shoot CLG in the foot.
So if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think that TSM is going to be able to win, but I do think that it's a closer matchup than we might think it is. And the only reason I say that, at all, is because I do think that Solo is phenomenal when it comes to silently shutting down a top lane win condition from the other team.
Did you?
He's also
see
really
the game
susceptible to
this
being
weekend?
shut down.
Yeah. If Doak says, "Hey, we're attacking Solo," there's nothing they're gonna do.
And there's a very good chance that's what they do.
Like
Doak has a nasty habit of beating the fuck out of people.
I do think that end of the day, CLG is just a better team. So I expect that. Huh? Oh, it felt fine. I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not attached to
He's
TSM
not talking about
like
100
any
Thieves.
stretch.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
So,
but like
CLG for you, TSM.
Yeah, it's got to be CLG over TSM. I think there's a chance that's like it's not a small chance either that TSM can win the game, but CLG should be the ones to win here.
CLG.
Okay.
Wow, that's just fucking rude. I feel just abused today. No, I like out of principle cannot do that, and you're fully aware.
I know.
Out of principle cannot do that.
You never know. You've
I
bet
think that
against them before.
I agree. There's a world that like CLG walks in, looks to their left, and like sees the TSM logo on the shirts and goes brain dead, because that seems to happen, and I don't know why. But like, no, I can't. No, I'll take CLG on
Game
that one.
5, I think, is going to be an even closer decision than 100 Thieves FlyQuest. Immortals versus Cloud9.
Immortals, give me the miracle run.
Ooh-wee. You think they're gonna
I believed in Schalke last year before they sold their slot. I could believe in Immortals.
You think they're gonna keep that
That's
8th place?
not an equivalent exchange.
Actually, they could possibly take 7th if TSM loses. I don't remember what their head-to-head is.
Yes, like TSM has a hard matchup right now.
Yep.
Like their week is not easy. We're going Immortals versus TSM, right?
Yeah, Immortals versus Cloud9.
Oh, Cloud9. Okay. I'm drunk, guys. It's fine.
So what are you going?
Oh, for me, I'm going C9 on that one.
Ooh, it's 1-1 versus Immortals TSM. So they're gonna be
We're not TSM. I've confused you. It's C9.
No, if TSM loses and Immortals wins, then they're tied, but they're 1-1 in the head-to-head.
Oh, so you've confused me.
Yep. So Immortals for you, got it.
No.
Daisy.
No. Sorry.
So
I am going Cloud9.
It's
just very possible that Immortals wins.
Very.
But I'm not sure if C9 keeps doing what they were doing the past couple weeks. I don't know if Immortals can keep up with like the constant team fighting and the killing and figuring out how to macro it. I don't know.
So it's this time I kind of have to look for points because honestly this isn't a 50-50, but it almost feels like it.
Right. It's like a scary 50-50.
I think C9 is fully aware that
you never know. Maybe we get
wins
stock
right
standard Cloud9 as well. Who knows?
I don't know. But the thing is, do I think that C9 actually wins them? I think that they should win this. I'm gonna partially for points, partially because it's a scary game. I think I'm gonna go Immortals.
Immortals, okay. I mean, it will be
3 across the boards and 2 50-50s this week.
I I don't know. I
Day one.
Welcome
think
to
that it's
the
going to be
LCS.
C9, but I'm hedging my bets for points.
I don't want to figure out day 2, by the way.
Day 2 that bad?
We
Oh,
get to
fuck
start
that
it off
shit.
with 100 Thieves versus CLG.
Yeah, no. Fuck this whole thing. Can we skip to game 5? Can we go backwards?
Go backwards?
Go
No.
backwards on this one?
No, because backwards doesn't help either.
At least helps me with the first one.
Daisy?
Okay, so one of these things is going to give, okay?
Yes.
Either, right? I am going to finally break my curse with CLG and 100 Thieves, or Kurt's hopes of CLG going number 1 are going to fall. One of these two is going to happen. I'm going CLG over 100 Thieves.
Oh my god, you're a dick. Like, ruin all my hopes. Like, everything. I can't win now. Hey, like, go 100 Thieves and get the points, or fucking go CLG and just... Fuck.
Guys, oof.
Take that, Kurt.
Hey, question.
I see your Shaco box. I raise you a Nasus queue.
Question for the class. Does Lake's curse for day 2 last on day 2, or did it transfer to day 3?
Yes.
No, it lasted.
Because
my super week, day 3, I only had 1 wrong, but day 2, I had a few wrong. So it's
okay. So it's not a Sunday problem.
No.
It's a day 2
it's
problem.
A day 2
Got
problem.
it. I'm taking CLG.
And I'm going 100 Thieves.
Wait. But here's the problem, Kurt.
Nope.
We don't know if that's actually true or
Not
not.
listening.
I only had
No,
one
yeah, we
good
do.
week.
Yeah, but you don't know when the next
had
one's
my
gonna happen.
perfect week.
Shut up.
After I had my perfect week, I went to 3-2.
He had one good day 2 out of the entire season.
You know,
Shit, dude.
I know it's day 2, but give me 100 Thieves on this one.
I'm going on it. I think they're still leveling up. It's very close. Super close game. If CLG can keep outdrafting teams, they'll keep winning. But 100 Thieves and Abadage just look so strong right now.
Arguably, that's probably the best game of Super Week. The only other one would be maybe EG Cloud9 or Team Liquid.
No, this is probably the best game of Super Week.
No,
Like,
there's
100 Thieves
another
Team
one
Liquid.
day 3. There's
100
2
Thieves Team
day
Liquid
3.
play.
There's 2 day 3 that I would argue that are like there's so many games that are good. I don't know if there's one specific one that's the best, but there's a lot of good freaking games.
I argue that this one is the best, but only because like I have interest in both sides. I win regardless and lose regardless.
All right, Pen with the pony for game 2.
Of course.
That's fair.
Is anybody gonna take the sword and stab it into the heart of the pony? And
No.
by that I mean TL versus Golden Guardians.
Like, Golden Guardians have done a very good job at stabbing the sword into the spokes of their fucking bike right now, so no.
They're pulling
Like,
a freaking Joe
Jesus
Biden.
Christ.
They just stop and fall over on the
Fucking
bicycle.
just They stopped and fell over at like week 6. This is awful.
Daisy? Are you
Does
on the
leader
Pony Express?
brings the victory.
1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
Doing?
You might be dealing with
I
something.
can't tell. It might actually be something serious. Do we want to leave his pick and then move on?
We can
I
do
don't know
it.
how long he'll be.
Game 3, TSM versus Cloud9.
Wow, I hate this.
I'm going Cloud9. Sorry.
Why is
Okay,
this-
sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay. We weren't sure how long it would be.
It was Liquid versus who? Sorry.
GG.
Liquid versus GG. Are you taking the sword and thrusting it through the horse's heart?
No, you can't. Much like the cups from earlier, it's made of paper. It's not possible. The CRV is too strong.
No, it
Doesn't matter.
It's one of those
Doesn't matter how-
lightsabers that folds with
No,
you.
bullshit.
That folds
Bullshit.
when you poke it.
Bullshit.
It just collapses on itself.
You
not
realize
even-
that they don't
not
have
even
enough
a sword
coordination
anymore.
as a team to not stab themselves with that lightsaber. Then
Like,
they are 100% dead.
they are that kid right now that's trying to like collapse the lightsaber, and they just can't.
Like, I'm
it's
looking
just
for
not
points, like not
happening.
guaranteed losses aside from 100 Thieves. That's the only one.
The bottom one and the top one have collapsed, but the middle one's just not having it. So they're like twisting it to try to get it in. It's just not working.
So, game 3, who's your guaranteed loss then?
Okay,
TSM versus Cloud9.
Fuck me, man. Dude, this is fucked up. That is a fucked up game.
I will start off and say Cloud9 because
I'm gonna take C9 on this one only because like this is a 50-50 and I just would rather not take TSM.
It's not a 50-50 though. This is like some of the other ones where it's like the FlyQuest 100 Thieves. Realistically, it's like a 65-35. Let's be real here. It's C9 favored, but do you trust them to do it?
I just think TSM has looked bad.
It's so bad.
I think TSM folds a lot faster than.
Yeah, God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with. I have to go with C9.
We might finally get the fudge factor against Solo, even though everybody's doing it against him.
Like I think that this is. I think that again, this is. I just. It feels like you have to have more coordination around Solo for this to work, and I think that Speak is the only sentient member of TSM's team.
It feels bad when you sit there and you look at it and you're like, TSM could win. Like, there's a world where they could figure this fucking shit out with just the people they have, but are they going to?
Like, I think that if TSM plays at their actual potential, they're a good team.
Yeah,
but does their potential really mean anything if you can't achieve it?
Yeah.
No, there is potential. Oh, there 100%
what is their potential though? Because they can't even figure out how to show it against the lower teams.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like it doesn't matter what your potential is if. But like, let's look at it this way, right? Liquid. Does Liquid have potential? Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, they do. But does that mean that they're going to live up to that potential? What is that potential really if they haven't really shown it yet? Like,
we saw it, and unfortunately, they're not going to live up to it again.
Well, that's the problem, right? So, it's when is it randomly going to show up? Anytime you see TSM versus like a mid-tier team, it's a losable game for the mid-tier team. And I don't think that C9's going to lose this one, but they definitely could.
There you go, TSM.
No,
he's going Cloud9.
C9.
He's going the clouds.
This one's the C9 across the board.
Okay, I think this next pick kind of solidifies who we think is going to make playoffs. Immortals versus FlyQuest.
Oh, fuck, man.
You know, just because gut feeling immediately made me want to say it, I'll take the Immortals on this one.
I was debating on that one.
Dude.
like everything in my head's like FlyQuest should win this, but my gut's like, no, Immortals gonna beat the fuck out of them, and I don't know why. Like,
I know why you think that, but like,
I just think for everything in my gut's like Immortals gonna walk in there and beat the fuck out of FlyQuest. Like, not even like. My gut, like my head tells me this should be a close game that FlyQuest wins. My gut tells me Mortal's about to beat the fuck out of them, and I don't know why.
It's a problem because the thing is, right? I do think that I really do think that we're going to see a much better, like we're going to see an actual Tukui performance as opposed to what we saw this past week in the upcoming week. I do think so, but I don't know, dude. Like Immortals just.
They're looking clean.
They look much cleaner right now than like especially against the lower tier teams.
Let me rephrase. By they look clean, like before they're like the teenager level of clean, like there's probably food on your window for some unknown reason. Ants are literally walking out. Now they're like the toddler clean, where it's just a few toys on the floor that you have to figure out.
When I saw them play against EG, and it was like this should be a clean win, and they just threw because everything they had was going well for them. It should have been an Immortals win that day too. Fuck. What do I think? I'm actually really confused here.
To make matters worse, I'm going with FlyQuest.
Give me Immortals.
Yo, that was the deciding factor for Ben. He was waiting.
I'm going to go FlyQuest. I think this is one of the ones that Lake's going to win.
Come on, Tukoi, brother.
I think this may be FlyQuest. Wait, God, that's so rough.
I think
this I think actually decides am I last place or not. This one here I think decides it pretty much.
That Immortals FlyQuest. It doesn't. Oh yeah, probably yeah, mine.
Like it's 2 points your way or 2 points my way. That's actually huge.
All right, day 3.
This may do it.
By the way, I chose EG for everybody in Game 5. Day 3.
In case anyone was curious.
Was it Dignitas versus EG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and then Dignitas just whoops everyone.
I mean, do you want Dig?
No, fuck no.
Oh, okay.
We just double checking.
So once again,
Curtis was just hopeful. That's what that was.
Once again,
he wasn't just checking.
Day 3 is all of our picks to determine who makes the playoffs. Because we get to start off day 3 with Immortals versus CLG.
Well, yeah,
this seems like the kind of game that CLG loses is the problem. They should win this, but it seems like the kind of game that they lose.
Right. Could it be a potential throwaway game because they didn't get first and they're just like, fuck it, let's do
No,
whatever?
because they're in the hunt for 4th. There's no way, right?
They're tied for 3rd right now.
Yeah,
Well,
but like
so
if they start throwing games, you don't know what's going to happen.
So the issue is, right, if they win day 1 against CSM, let's say they win day 2 against 100 Thieves, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'll put them so that puts them at 12 wins.
Mm-hmm.
I think no matter what they do, they're 3rd or 4th, no matter what.
Like,
because they're already 2 games behind. They would need 100 Thieves to lose against TL day 3. They would need to beat 100 Thieves, and like, if 100 Thieves beat FlyQuest, the CLG can't surpass them.
Yeah.
100 Thieves have to lose all 3 of the remaining games for CLG to get first. If
second,
CLG wins their first game and Cloud9 drops their first game, like if CLG wins any game and CA9 loses any game, it's done. CLG has at least minimum 4.
I think
Then,
no matter what, they're top 4. And if 100 Thieves picks up at least 1 game, same as EG, they pick up that 1 game.
They can't catch them.
There's no way they take first.
Well, what are they head-to-heads?
Because it'd be...
yeah.
CLG is 1-1 with
They don't
EG.
play each other.
CLG
and they're 1-1 with 100 Thieves.
And they're 1-1, which means you would have tiebreaker games.
Yep.
But that's the thing, though. Like, that's everybody dropping and CLG winning.
My point was like that. Like, it's not a for sure. It's not like 100% CLG can.
And unfortunately,
but it just makes
even though EG lost to TL, they're facing Dignitas and Golden Guardians.
Yeah, EG has a nice little road here.
I don't think CLG is going to pull out anything crazy at all during Super Week, in my opinion. Even if
I think they have a lot on the road.
Even if they don't think they can take first, I think they still play normal.
I take CLG here.
I think CLG wins this one.
I'm gonna start.
It is a scary game.
How I started it. I'm taking CLG in Super Week.
Yeah, it is in my opinion though a really scary game potentially for CLG. If everything else lines up for them, this could be the hurdle they didn't quite see coming.
Pen.
CLG.
Okay.
I'll say Pen, how bad do you want those points? Now keep in mind.
I really thought about it.
Keep in mind, as much as me and Daisy are fighting for I've got to stay this 1 point ahead of Daisy. You've got only 3 points to make up to actually win everything.
Yeah. To be the ultimate winner.
I don't need to win. I just don't need to lose.
Damn, that is like Shit, that is the LCS mentality in a nutshell. Holy fuck.
Well, because we never thought of like a true thing for first place. We've only been thinking about what the losers
right?
Gonna do.
There's no victory. Like, but the thing is we could.
Yes,
like, we could still just be like, fuck it, throw it in. So,
like you said, Kurt, the LCS mentality. There is no winner.
Yeah.
There is no
there's
winner at
only
all.
losers.
Only losers.
We can do like an LEC trophy thing where you just engrave the winner every season on there, and then that previous person has to mail it to the winner.
Yeah. And pay for shipping. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. The loser also has to pay for shipping. Oh.
Game 2 shouldn't be close, but it will be close. EG versus Cloud9.
I'm thinking EG.
EG.
I don't believe in the Cloud9 on this one. They haven't proven they're good enough to beat EG. They've proven that they're good enough to beat lower seed teams. But when they're faced with an actual challenge, it seems to kind of just wander around.
Dude, I want to take risky picks, but it feels troll.
I'm taking Cloud9 because I want to see a 3-way first place tie that involves tiebreakers. So I'm taking Cloud9.
Shit.
Man, now I definitely can't pick C9. The fuck?
Hey, I was 4-1.
No, it's day 3. It's day 3.
It's not day 2.
Yeah.
Day 3?
No,
okay,
fuck
I'm going with Lake. C9 it is. Let's go.
I
Ride or
want.
die.
I want.
We have a 3-way tie for.
tiebreakers.
We have a 3-way fucking tie. Fuck it. Everyone on Smash Brothers. That's how we're determining this. Probably
Yeah,
a better
because game
outcome.
4,
Fuck this.
dude. If oh my god, right? Because if TL wins out as well, you could have a 4-way tie.
You could have a 4-way tie for first.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Game 3, TSM FlyQuest. This is a huge determining factor on who makes it into the playoffs.
I'm gonna stick with FlyQuest. I think it's their week.
I like FlyQuest over TSM.
You got TSM in the playoffs there, coach.
I take TSM here.
You take TSM, okay.
This motherfucker's gonna get 4 fucking points off this game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be so pissed off.
I'm
Oh
gonna
man,
yeah.
it's set up.
Yep.
It's set up. That
It
fucking
is.
4 bomb is gonna happen.
It
No.
is. He's gonna take over first place because we're divided on 2 of the picks now.
I don't care about first place. This motherfucker's gonna go ahead and take over third place. I'm gonna actually be ahead at this point, and he's like, TSM, Hail Mary. Fuck.
Okay, speaking of Hail Marys, there's another Hail Mary that CLG needs to create the 3-way, possible 4-way tie for first.
For first.
Team
TL
Liquid
needs to beat
versus
100
100
Thieves.
Thieves.
I
which might
I
as
didn't
well
even
put
think
the
about
horse on
TL
the pen.
being able to actually pull off first. But TL just needs to beat Dignitas,
So if
Golden
they go
Guardians,
3, that puts them at 13.
and 100 Thieves.
CLG goes 3,
I
that puts
have
them at
to.
13.
I have to take TL over 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves. 100 Thieves loses
feel better
2
now.
of the games. They win 1 of the games. That puts them at 13. And EG... Actually, I think EG holds first? No, because if they lose
if
to
EG
Cloud9...
wins first.
Yeah, So EG and...
Oh.
If
It's-
EG lose
It's a
to
wild fucking
Cloud9,
game. No, because that gives them 2.
Dignitas.
That puts them at 14. So they need to lose against Golden Guardians or Dignitas.
Both
I
100 Thieves and EG
really,
need to
Either
lose if they
way,
lose 2 games.
If it's not a tie, if it's not a 3-way tie for first, it's a 3-way tie for second place.
I would be fucking surprised if we make it out of Super Week without
I-
a tie.
Yeah.
I really want to take 100 Thieves on this one.
Okay.
This feels like the exact game that Team Liquid will choke in.
Yeah. Very possible. Can't deny that. Curtis.
But even if I want to, I'm just gonna take Liquid anyway. So
Yep.
fuck 100
Are
Thieves.
you taking Liquid?
Yeah. You should take 100 Thieves, Kurt.
You know,
You should take it.
100% because of the fact that our power rankings have me at 100 Thieves at first and you have TL at first.
Yeah,
I'll take 100 Thieves here.
exactly.
This is gonna be the game that decides who fucking loses. Like, not even who wins. Like, who loses.
This also determines who takes first, right?
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take 100 Thieves on this one.
Because if 100 Thieves decides to beat CLG and they win this game and EG loses, that causes what, a tiebreaker for first? Because EG and 100 Thieves are 1-1. So
I don't know. My head hurts.
No, aren't they already tied right now?
They're
yeah,
tied
they're
right now.
currently tied. Yeah.
First place is
So,
tied.
like,
Second.
So as long
second,
as they
third
both
place
go
is tied.
2-1 or 1-2 or 3-0 or
Yeah, if there's
0-3,
any
What are the
disparity
heads-
at all,
yeah,
What's the head-to-head though?
1-1.
1-1.
Because 100
it?
Thieves beat
Yeah.
EG last week before.
Is the
Yeah.
top 4 teams all 1-1 right now?
Yes.
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 Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Pen, you've already been selected as TL, so I hope that's where
Yeah.
you're going.
If there's TL on the screen, we know where that one's going. It's okay.
Oh, and by the way, Cloud9 and CLG are also 1-1. So.
Just to make things better. Right?
Fuck.
Cloud9 has a ways to go to be able to fucking make that shit happen, though.
Yeah, no, my power rank. Fuck, I don't give a shit. It's done.
Oh, fuck. If I go off of power rankings, I would need TL to win.
You need TL. You no. You and
Yeah,
I both have
'cause-
100 Thieves at rank 1.
No, I have Team Liquid. Me, Penn,
do
and
you?
Daisy all have Team Liquid.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go the pony. It's very 50-50 for me.
That's a dangerous game.
Let
for
us
Daisy.
hope.
That's
Let's
a dangerous game.
Let us hope that CRV is aimed downhill. Like, please, let's hope it's even if the battery dies, we just need gravity to carry it across the finish line.
Granted, I just want a million tiebreakers. I want first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth to be
Tiebreakers all the way through.
But
No,
tiebreakers.
no.
I want all
heard
the games.
I heard 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and tiebreakers. Please, for the love of God, no.
Well, depending on how Immortal
just want
says,
I
depending
want
on
a
if
4-way
Dignitas
tie
can
for
do
first.
anything. Like,
I want How do you resolve a 4-way tie for like?
you'd have two of the teams go against each other, and then those two teams that win go against each other, and then
You have
one,
a,
two, three, four.
you have an interim bracket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. 100%.
Basically, yes.
We had a tournament before a tournament to decide who the fuck was actually in first.
Yes.
And let me guess, best of ones. Fuck you,
Yes.
formatting.
100% it's gonna be best of ones.
And we'll even vote on those if it happened. No, because they'll probably it depends
It
on
happened
how
at
many.
the end of the day.
No, depending on how many tiebreakers there are. They have postponed tiebreakers till like the following week or something before, depending on how many tiebreakers there
Well,
are. If there's a
at this
full
point
schedule
though,
of tiebreakers, they've postponed it.
well, hold up. Like at this point, right? If there's that many tiebreakers, those tiebreakers would be played on Sunday, relatively close to when we
They could
do
be
the
played Monday.
podcast.
Actually, just gonna say real quick,
It is possible
just throwing
that
this out there, okay?
we cast
There
a
is
couple.
another potential option that they could use for tiebreakers that would be equally as boring as most of the LCS has been.
kills
And
They
hand
could play
combat.
Monopoly.
hand-to-hand
Oh.
combat.
Hand-to-hand combat,
I like
yo.
that.
No,
one.
hand-to-hand combat is never boring. It doesn't matter if they're bad. Like, it's always a good time, dude. Come on.
I want a trial by combat.
Trial by combat. Name your
Fuck it,
champion.
everybody do
Wide
that.
Whippo. Oh, damn it.
Big dokes.
Big dose.
Shit.
It's top
So-
laners only, isn't it? Is it only top laners that we have here now?
Fucking sorry, TL 100 Thieves, y'all fucked.
100 Thieves is like,
I don't know.
Huhi?
Someday pretty big.
they throw Huhi out there to the wolves. Let's do it.
Final
Oh
game.
my god.
Also, could potentially cause tiebreakers. Golden Guardians, Dignitas.
The fact that could possibly
Dude,
cause
I
tiebreakers makes me
I
mad.
actually think that the sad thing is, does anyone
Nope.
else think Dignitas actually beats GG?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
I do. Like, it
Very
feels
possible.
it feels
You know what?
really possible.
I'm all for the upsets. This the day 3. I will go Dignitas. Y'all
What
can
do
go
you mean
Golden
upset?
Guardians.
Like, there's not even upset at this point. the upset is that people have to watch this.
Right now, I'm playing at the that I made my standings. I'm gonna stick to
think
them. I'm
about
taking
it.
GG.
This is a nice palate cleanser into the tiebreakers.
Okay.
This is what you go. This is the game you turn off, Lake, to go do whatever the fuck you had to actually do today because you've been watching games all day.
That's why I said it's a nice palate cleanser before the tiebreakers.
So here's my thing. Okay. This game is a victory, and it's something I will watch and be happy about if these two teams realize something. We are no longer important.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Winning this game means absolutely nothing.
No, winning this game means I'm not in 10th. Go fuck
we're
yourself.
we're just gonna like troll pick on both sides and just give people the game they want to see. Shaco versus Teemo in the top lane.
Yes.
By the way,
and then we just go from there.
Obviously, they wouldn't play a tiebreaker, but if Dignitas wins, it forces a 1-1 against Golden Guardians and Dignitas.
They need to have a tiebreaker. If they troll that first game and Dig wins, they have to play the tiebreaker match, man. Everyone would show up for that one.
So you got...
If they were troll picking, it would be great. If they're serious picking, fuck these guys. Why would you ever do that to your audience? Please, for the love of God, think of the views. Holy shit.
Give me Dig.
Dude. Do you actually
we all
want,
think it.
Do you
we
actually
all
want
think
Golden
it.
Guardians?
We all, in the back of our head, we're like, this is not okay.
Daisy, do you actually want Golden Guardians?
No, I want Dig.
You want Dig?
You gonna risk that 4 points?
What? Did you go GG?
I went GG. I went GG.
Ah, fuck. Dude,
Yo,
this sucks, man.
I should have
3 games.
Shoulda.
So no. Day 3 for Curtis. 2 points, 4 points, 4 points, 4 points.
You know what? Fuck it. Here's the thing. I'm just gonna go Dig. If you win, Kurt, off of these, congrats to you. That's fine. That's fine. But like realistically, Dignitas has been better than Golden Guardians over the past couple weeks, and that is an incredibly low, low bar.
Curtis get 15 points from day 3.
I have ran my entire season for either I dive this turret and I win, or I dive this turret and I literally will destroy this entire game. So, it's make or break.
I love this.
This is how
I enjoy that we all said fuck it, and this is how we're gonna do it. I'm excited for Super Week now, even though I'm not excited for it.
I
am not excited for Super Week. I'm gonna be AFK for most of this stuff, and I'm just gonna wind up getting to our new place with some work to be done, and I have to go do some loser's bet afterwards, and I'm not looking forward to it.
I guess here's the big question though, because the question does need to be asked. For those of you who have points to fucking spare, there are 50-50s.
Yep.
Penn, you're sitting on one with Daisy. And
No
as much as I joke about it, but yes, me and Daisy are fighting for last place at the moment. There's the possibility to just win. So,
and that would be great, Curtis, except for all that they were afraid about was losing, so they don't give a fuck.
I know. Sucks. We didn't think this through, did we?
We didn't. That's why we're learning, and we'll do it better for the next season.
That's why we're learning, and Daisy's gonna be in last place, so I feel good about this.
Hey,
I want my points back, you bunch of pansies.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, but then you went 10-0, so now you're different now. You're built different. It's okay.
Do you know how afraid I am of his fucking day 3?
Of what? Taking over and pushing you into third? Ooh, afraid.
No, the fact that literally in day 3 I could take first.
Well, so as long as you don't take fourth, what does it matter?
No, because my ass and my big ass ego is I took first.
oh, that's what it is. Congratulations, you won the crapshoot, dude.
I don't care. I still won. Even if I'm the worst, I could be the worst of the worst. I'm still on top of something.
If Penn spends points, I will spend points. How about that?
No, I'm good.
Wow. Damn.
Oh, fucking, y'all are really gonna make me go an entire season where I'm the only one who's points. Y'all, fuck.
This one, yeah.
Dude,
Y'all
I've been
fuck.
down there at 4th place since the start, so I don't want to hear it, Kurt.
Oh, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the two who have like points to fucking burn.
Until they don't, because you're fucking 3-1 all everywhere.
Yo, I either sink or swim right now. Like Super Weeks, either sink or swim.
Yeah.
I either come out looking like a god, or I come out looking like a disheveled piece of shit who has to do a loser's.
Okay.
All right, time for some Lotto.
Yeah, let's.
Didn't have to be this way, Kurt. I was in 4th. You had insurance.
Oh, but I like this so much better. Like,
I know you do.
So much better.
I want to
Fucking
give
chaos
you the
everywhere.
sweet victory if you actually pull off that day 3 of Stu.
Yo, can I get 4 points? What? Can I get 4 points if I auto select what the classic is? I promise I haven't done it. I promise.
The classic? What do you mean the classic?
I think
Lotto.
next season for Lotto.
Oh.
Next season, because one, Daisy should be roughly in a position he'll actually be able to see it and not just hear us talk about it.
Oh yeah. That's fair.
Then there's
I'll
a
have an
potential
But-
that
okay.
we can give out points next season.
Hold on. Let's not make it 4 points. For 2 points, 2 points only, right? Click classic right now. Click classic. Okay.
Classic.
So
Yesterday was.
I'm willing to make this bet right now. Daisy, select any champion. So like out of the 100 and almost 200 champions right now, you could select one champion. You get this right on the first try, knowing yesterday was Pike. I will give you 4 points.
It's not gonna happen.
Okay. Well, you could win the lottery and get 4 points right now. Like, are you just not gonna take it? Okay.
No, I'll go ahead. I'll say it.
But as reconcile,
Mhm.
I get to take the second guess, and if I get it right, I get 2.
Man, fuck you.
I only get 2 though.
Alright, fine.
I
We'll
think
just
that's
do it.
fair.
It's fine. That's fine.
Like,
That's fair. We'll go ahead.
Okay.
We'll do it. And Kurt will get his 2 points randomly by saying
It's
Yumi, and it'll be done.
It's actually super
Yo,
hard
it's
to guess it into. Not gonna lie. Like
It's
is
fucking hard as
actually.
shit.
Well, yeah. But imagine guessing it in 1. That's even more hard. So,
Oh,
you know.
like that's why I'm saying you get 4. I only get 2. Like, I'm not making
Yeah.
it unfair.
Okay,
Like,
Daisy.
I'm not a
What is
monster.
your?
There's
your
only one guess.
champion
There's
guess?
only one guess.
Yeah, 100 Thieves isn't in the list.
Okay, damn, that sucks. Zillion.
Okay. Zillion.
Nope.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Oof. You did not help Curtis
Not
whatsoever.
male. No, you didn't.
So
Actually,
sooner than 2009, it is.
But is either
not-
mid or support.
It is.
Is
It's
mana and
yeah,
ranged.
One or it's either hard mid or hard support. It's either human or magic. Mana and range is all you get, and female. Female,
Oh, no.
mana range.
Oh no!
but not from
If
Icathia,
you don't guess
Runeterra,
it,
or
Kurt.
Chimera.
If you don't guess it, I'm gonna have to slap you. You
What?
have to guess
What?
it now.
You
We
don't know
mentioned
what
it.
it
You
is.
have to guess it.
Yumi?
Yeah,
Oh.
you have to guess it now.
What's worse is it could be.
It could be. That's what I'm saying. You have to guess it now.
All right. Well, like, my heart says Zyra, but let's go.
Oh no,
Yumi.
then go ahead. Follow your
No,
heart.
go Yumi.
Curtis.
Go Yumi. Go Yumi. Let's go Yumi. Like, no, go Yumi. Like,
Yumi.
heart and my cat here. Like,
Okay. It is a female. It is a support.
oh my god, Daisy. Like, that was close as fuck. If
It
you click
is
Zyra right
no
now and
mana.
it is it, I'll be mad.
It is not a cat, not magically altered.
But
it is
it's a
not from
support. Like,
Vandal
if you
City.
click Zyra right now and it is Zyra, I'll be so mad.
He talked you out of it. Nope.
Oh,
Not
my
Zyra.
god. It's
So
close.
it's
Older than Zyra.
between 2009 and 2012.
Oh my god.
That was so close, dude.
Yeah.
That
You
was
about
so
shit
close.
yourself there.
No, I just thought it was funny.
Female support, mana ranged, human type maybe. I didn't know
Leona.
Zyra was unknown.
She's a
Um,
Leona.
Plant.
No,
Wait a minute,
she's also
Nope,
not.
it's gotta be ranged.
not-
Rel?
She's gotta be ranged.
Oh no,
Gotta be
range.
ranged.
Shit.
What's the other half of Zillions? Human what?
Mageborn. One or the other.
Mageborn. Wait, she's Mageborn?
Zillion is Mageborn.
Well, what the fuck? 'Cause we know it's not Renata
No.
because it's Mageborn. So
Renata's too early. Like, so it's between 2010 and 2011.
Oh wait, maybe Karma?
What's Karma a part of?
She's Ionia.
Ionian, yeah. There it
It's
is.
Karma. Yep.
All right, to the quote.
Karma in 4. Human spiritualist. All right, the quote is sharpening my claws. First thing that pops up is Rengar.
Yeah, Rengar
Kha'Zix.
popped to mind. Kha'Zix.
Yeah, I think it's Kha'Zix.
Also, by the way, I will.
where he goes
what,
sharpening my claws.
Yep.
I will.
Kha'Zix.
Sorry, like y'all shouldn't have guessed me on that one. But
Yeah, no.
secondly, I will also give 1 point to Daisy for the third guess on that one.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Blake doesn't
this
give me
is
the
at
1 point,
least.
but you do,
Yeah.
and that means a lot to me, Kurt.
I will give Daisy the 1 point for 2 reasons. One, third guess, that's pretty solid. 2, we are also now tied going into Super Week, and that makes me excited.
That's what you wanted. He just wanted to die.
Cho'Gath.
What?
I'm not so
Was
sure
there
about
a
that
ability
one.
picture?
Ivern.
This is a
Or
splash
is it?
round.
Oh, it's. Is it Ivern?
No.
I was thinking Darkstar Cho'Gath, but that could be Elderwood
No,
Ivern.
it's
I'm
no.
gonna get over to my computer.
So
Hold
there's
on.
some like water here, by the way.
Yeah, it's gotta be
Some-
Elderwood.
Some butterflies.
It's Elderwood. It's not. It's definitely not Cho'Gath, bud.
No.
This almost looks like it could be a tail.
It could be Ornn. It could be Ivern. No, it's not Ornn. Never mind. That's not part of the champion, by the way.
I guess Ivern, I guess, to start.
Well, I'm letting Daisy get to his computer.
Ah.
That doesn't look like Ivern at all.
I think
Well,
it's
Does
it-
not look
Elderwood.
like Ivern.
I
but
think
it
it could be skins. I think it's Elderwood.
Oh, yeah. It could
Yeah,
be.
it looks Elderwood.
Ivern? Everybody's saying Ivern. I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
Told
But...
you.
I know this one. That's what makes me mad.
This one I don't know.
Are we sure it's Elderwood?
I know this one.
That thematic looks Elderwood.
It looks.
That almost
different
looks
than
like
Elderwood.
Alistair with the horns up there.
It's-
That's not orange. Like, I think this
That's the horn.
part is potentially misleading.
Who knows? Y'all figure it out, because like I've got no clue.
You all figured. This man takes his point and leaves.
Like I've got nothing on this one. Like it didn't. Like I don't add anything to this conversation.
Will your button zoom it out now a little bit, like?
That's what I was doing.
Oh.
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 Yeah, that's why he kept clicking,
That
and
is
it just wasn't working.
like nothing.
I mean, you guys think it's Elderwood, so what other Elderwoods?
There's Azir,
There's Ari. There's
Ari,
Ornn.
but that I know that's not the Elderwood Ari splash. I'm pretty positive.
I'm just naming Elderwoods. guys.
Volibear. Volibear is another Elderwood.
Oh, yeah, they got the Primal God ones: Volibear, Malphite, and Warwick, which are part of that thematic.
Well, I can also just start putting champions in to get a better picture. So,
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
Warwick, go with that. All right.
Sorry, I've been sneezing like crazy. Holy,
Good.
I've been muted for the whole thing at least.
What are you thinking?
The more and more I look at it, the less I think it's Elderwood. So
Yeah, that's why I was
There's that.
like, I don't think this is Elderwood. Yeah,
What do you think,
Spirit
Glenn?
Blossom is what gives me more of the vibes than anything. But I don't know.
I feel like the colors are too dark for Spirit Blossom. They all had more lightly themed backgrounds.
Yeah,
Except
but we
for maybe
could be
ribbons.
getting a corner. Like
It could be.
This could be a huge freaking picture, and we're getting like a tiny
That's
fucking
true.
corner. Like,
sorry.
Anybody else? Water?
It could be Tails. It could be an Ari.
Yeah, I thought it was Ari.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, see, Spirit Blossom.
Oh. Huh.
Told you, we got the
Oh.
freaking corner.
Fair enough.
And this entire time,
enough.
I was like, could that be Ari? Like, that could be a tail. That could be.
Well, then speak up and have confidence in yourself.
Yeah, I know.
So I like walked back to the computer screen and like, yeah, that's the only other option I got. I don't know.
That was the only other guess that I had.
Yo,
I
was
hate
busy
that it
sneezing
does
my brains out.
skins.
So
I wish
sorry.
it would do skins as like its own separate one.
No, I like the fact that it does skins. I feel like if it didn't,
Same.
it'd be too easy.
I mean, come on, what was
Yeah.
it last week? Was what curling Vager?
I don't know. No, yeah.
I mean,
It was
that
some
was
weird
an obscure
Vegas skin
skin.
I'd never seen. I don't even know if I know that skin, so it's a whole fucking thing.
There you go. You guys are now tied.
This is gonna be a really super week. Insane.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Only the most super weeks.
And Daisy
Just
might
like-
not be able to be here for his downfall.
No, but that's okay. I'll be here for my loser's bet.
For your rise.
I will celebrate in your absence. It doesn't matter.
It's fine. Like whether you're here or not, I'm gonna rub it in your face.
You know, it might actually be like without the back and forth. It might be a shorter week.
Yeah, it will be a shorter week. It'll 100% be a shorter week. We'll see. I might be able to make it, but I just
Well,
I
don't
can't
bet
plan
on
on
regardless-
it.
words for it.
Regardless, for all the listeners who are like listening and not sure, Daisy has personal stuff. He may or may not be here next week. If he is not, we are still going to, I assume, still going to do it.
Yeah.
Like normal, it'll just be the three of us. Me, myself, Pin, and Tim, because I have multiple personalities. So we'll still be here. We'll still be doing it. Daisy might not be with us, but he's got some exciting stuff to do in his life. So super excited for him.
Yeah.
But
he should be settled in when it comes time for playoff
Yep.
predictions.
And if we get more
I better,
viewership
since
next
it's
week
not
when
till
I'm not
fucking
here,
September.
then I guess we'll know what's going on, and I will adopt accordingly.
Yeah, or he just shows up late, or I don't know. But regardless, it will be here. We'll still do it. We'll still be around. If Daisy's missing, don't freak out. Don't murder
Don't
somebody.
rejoice too heavily. Jesus.
don't rejoice. Don't flip cars. Don't set shit on fire. It's
So
fine.
unfortunately for you guys, I'm gonna
Hold
be
the
back
cup.
the week after.
Hold the cup.
Just hold it. Like we've held it to third. It's fine. We can keep holding.
So I do have a question though. I can't remember. Were we going to wait until playoffs were over? Because we talked about doing something slightly different for the playoff format. Before we decided everything was all said and
I
done,
don't know
or were
if
we
I was
doing
there
only
for that
regular season?
That
'Cause
might be
I talked with Lake and Pin on that one briefly.
Okay. It might be
I
an
don't think we came up with another
offshoot. It might be an
discussion about it.
offshoot, but we'll probably figure something out.
Because we had
But-
talked about whether we were going to do something different, like a separate one altogether for playoffs,
I'm done.
or whether we were rolling this one into that, or how we're going to do that.
We'll figure it out.
Because at this point in time, I'm down with maybe us figuring out a separate separate thing for playoffs.
We'll probably figure it out. But before we cut out, I want to clarify, I guess, two things. One, it never was discussed. It never was brought up. But does Lake get anything for his perfect week? I know at the beginning of the week
We mentioned it then.
yeah
That week.
we had discussed that possibly giving somebody increased incentives for getting a perfect week, but never implemented it.
Well, no, it was so that people couldn't mess with your week.
Oh. I didn't mess with his week. I messed with Pens and it instantly got fucked, so it's fine.
We'll figure it. We'll
It's
we'll
fine.
figure out or change or add
Yeah.
stuff for next season for sure.
But also,
Well, especially now
I
that
don't-
we know how freaking rare it's going to be, apparently.
Right?
Oh.
Damn.
one
like,
out of an entire season.
Yeah.
one out of an entire season.
it was like
Uh,
week 6, so week
Until
5,
I
week
go
6.
perfect on Super Week, it's fine.
Yeah.
And no one rolled perfect zeros, so
Yeah,
I mean,
no, yeah.
Yeah, you roll.
It was
perfect zeros
close.
like that.
Actually, it was never close.
we got close.
It was never close.
No, it wasn't close. But regardless of that, I guess we'll be out for a while, I would assume. But I think we're talking about doing things outside of the LCS as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potentially things like
So-
whether it be Valorant or whatever, especially
Yeah.
like when LCS is an off season. That way we
I
can still kind
know-
of have like a weekly thing.
Yeah, I know Daisy follows a lot of the Valorant stuff. I follow a lot of the Overwatch stuff still.
Yeah, COD just finished up. Congrats,
Yeah.
100 Thieves.
I've not been
So-
watching much else lately, so
So I guess just for the viewers, I guess don't expect us to just stop after
I just thought about that
all this
after
goes
I
on.
said it.
With the COD though, I don't even want to know.
Congrats to 100 Thieves with Daisy's been against
Ah.
him the whole
Yeah,
time.
I had to giggle about that one too.
But yeah, no, it's just don't expect us to just drop off the face of the earth, even though
Oh, yeah,
LCS
we'll
isn't
find
going,
stuff. Yeah,
or
yeah.
that we'll find stuff. We'll be around. We'll be here. I don't speak for the other three, but I've enjoyed the weekly just getting in, talking
yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
going back and
These
forth.
past two
So,
have been our longest. We have ranted so
Hands
much
down.
in these past two, way more
And
than we. I think it's because we're getting comfortable.
Yeah.
probably.
I also wanted to say
I need to stop
like
drinking. That might
seriously
be the other
though thanks to the and thanks to everyone that listens, but thanks especially to like the three of you, because I would have just stopped watching LCS altogether. Otherwise, this is the only thing that makes it fun.
I'm glad we could drag you down to our level, Daisy. like
Like I legitimately would
Like
have
a
just
leech.
completely stopped.
I don't-
100% just stopped.
The other thing that I would love to actually get into, and it might be a talk for future, and I don't know if Lake or Pin will get more into it, is the World of Warcraft Arena Finals.
Dude, yes, they're
BlizzCon.
coming up, man. They're coming
Yeah,
up.
they are coming up. I want to check those out. Those would be really cool.
They had an event recently, multiple regions, but it was scuffed.
Yeah.
And the reason it was scuffed is because they coin flipped to see whose server it was going to be on. So the opposing team had to have the disadvantage of the ping going across to the other server.
So,
It was super scuffed.
we'll call that an RNG win. It's fine. We'll move on. That's fine.
LPL's winning
which-
here too. God
Which,
damn,
by
man.
the way, on the opposite spectrum of that, I think most of the teams that played from home ended up losing for the LCS. So,
Yeah. Yeah, we don't.
Age
I
buffs.
don't really want to. That's
touchy
yeah,
subject.
another time.
Yeah.
Correction. We already went over that, so like, it doesn't matter. But it's just it's so stupid. Like that this is an actual issue is fucking stupid.
COVID, right?
So, but
All right.
no excuse. They didn't make an excuse for Vietnam the last 2 years, trying to stay home.
True.
Yeah, all
Regardless,
right. Like, comment, subscribe, and join us next week. Have a good one.
good luck.